And there the villagers held a feast in your honor, and you revived your two fallen comrades. I wrote that out. There, Twidget and Eric. Though coming back from the dead did not fix Twidget's constitution issue.
Didn't Eric die?
And the party continued throughout the night. And in the morning, as you guys had completed your rest, having partied the night away, there's a loud rumbling and a flash of red. As off in the distance at the lake, you see a large plume of fire and ash, followed shortly by the sound of thunder. And it's loud enough that you see, bits of thatching from the huts fly up into the breeze. You stumble a bit. You can see that there was a small wave in the lake, water, as a result. A fiery red glow now exists where the island once stood, 2 miles offshore from you. A large plume of smoke and ash raising into the sky and beginning to spread out.
I wish to draw what I see on a sheet of paper with my magic wizard pen.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check as you do so.
Perception?
Yes. As slowly the smoke and ash filters up into the air, and the bright light of the morning sun begins to dim.
Guys, our first roll of the night is a nat 1.
That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
We can only go up from here.
You also, do Odysseus, see in the distance, flitting in and out of that column, what looks to be large, smoky figure moving in unnatural ways that is not borne by wind and the result of the explosion.
What's it look like?
You can't tell.
Guys, there's a figure out there in the cloud.
It's a bird.
It's a planetar.
Dope.
Oh, it's just a wizard.
And then I need everyone to make a deck save, as the hut about 100 feet north of you explodes in fire.
How many days have we been here at the village? Came back to the village after the feast? We had a full rest?
Yeah, you had a full rest. You had a feast. You basically been here one night.
And apparently the planet is undergoing exterminatus.
Hey, it's better than a
So as I
wolf.
said, deck saves from everybody.
So we got a 5, a 16. I guess everybody else just dies.
Is Twidget here? Ruffles.
Ruffles? Oh no, Twidget's been killed or kidnapped again.
He was in the hut.
No.
Yeah. As most of you managed to avoid getting hit by little shards of sharp rock as they explode outward from that, but Squash and Aflista, you take 2 points of slashing damage from sharp little rocks impacting you.
No, I don't.
Does Heavy Armor Master apply to just attacks or any damage?
I think it just applies to damage.
Nice.
Yeah, as long as it's non-magical piercing, bludgeoning, slashing, it reduces it.
Very nice. Well, then, it just pings off your armor. And as you guys look about, you can see that in that pyroclastic cloud, flaming rocks are occasionally falling. You hear panic and screams. You can see many of the villagers starting to run to the edge of the crater, as if to run away from the village.
So whatever we did down there, we didn't kill the monster. Remember, we ran, and I think it's
Okay,
bad.
this isn't the monster. Like, we did not fight that thing.
What are
We
you,
did
what are you talking about?
kill
We
a
never-
monster.
We didn't run away from any monster. We killed
Yeah,
everything.
also we killed it.
Oh,
Yeah, we fucking killed it. Squash is going to skin it and make a nifty coat. Fucking run away from things. Defeatism.
There's a loud kabloosh as one of the falling pyroclastic rocks lands in the water just offshore, sending a column of water some 20 feet into the air.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna start assisting the locals in their evacuation.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
yeah. I'm gonna
They're like 50 feet up the hill. They got a head start on you guys.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Then I'll assist myself in getting out of here.
Okay, yeah. If there's no like stragglers or anything,
Let me put it this way: the old man, the village cleric, he's in the lead right now.
okay.
Good to see him leading from the front, taking initiative to guide his people to safety.
Yep. They're advancing to safer ground. We pursue.
Okay, you guys begin running. More rocks fall. None of them landing near you or the refugees. And that's when you guys feel the ground begin to rumble as you're ascending this slope. And you hear what almost sounds like a roar on the wind. You can see behind you that the lake is draining. And at first you think like maybe it's the water pouring into a hole, but you can also see that the ground is beginning to take on a bowl shape.
What do you mean take on a bowl shape?
Does it look like a giant toilet? I mean,
Well, have you ever seen a sinkhole?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the surface is collapsing.
Oh, you mean beyond the bounds of the lake?
Yeah, like the inside of this crater is the ground is beginning to subsist.
Okay, to be clear, is this only within the bounds of the lake, or does this extend beyond the bounds of the lake?
It looks like it extends beyond the bounds of the lake, though the lake makes up the majority of the crater.
Oh,
and
right,
it-
I forgot we're in a crater.
yes, you guys are currently on the slope of the crater heading towards the apex. And, yeah, you guys keep running, I assume.
Yeah.
I mean, you can turn around and go back.
Nah.
I would like to roll initiative with the sinkhole.
Yeah, like, to be clear, no, didn't copy.
We got like some Hollywood, the ground is collapsing beneath you type.
Yes, you do. Because that's the crater. Those are 1 mile hexes.
Oh, we got to get our ass out of Mordor.
I just got here. What's going on?
We're
Yeah,
escaping
running.
Mordor. The One Ring has been thrown into Mount Doom.
No, those aren't mountains. I think that's the crater.
Did we get Bella?
Yeah. Yeah? Who's Bella?
My cow.
Presumably Twidget is riding the cow who's going
We
at a
have
full
the
gallop.
And Twidget is probably riding the cow.
I would have
with
gotten the
ground
cow. Whatever that would have
falling.
cost me, I would have gotten the cow.
You would need to make a deck save, though, at some point.
Oh.
The party was here for it, you just weren't. An explosion nearby caused sharp rocks. Yeah, you're fine.
Ow.
Oh, the cow. Cow needs to make a deck save.
Let me add a companion to my sheet. Can I make a
It's
cow?
a flat roll.
Cows have a dexterity of 10.
Yes.
Oh, cow got hurtsed.
The cow takes 2 points of slashing damage. It's injured, but not even bloodied. A cow has 15
Yep,
hit points.
I got it on my companion sheet now.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm marginally tougher than a cow.
How is a strength of 18? Jesus. I suppose that
Under.
makes sense.
Are we making good time running for the edge of the crater?
You are.
Does it look like the collapse is about to beat us?
No, not quite yet. However, it is like basically a flat out mile run that you guys are doing right now.
All right.
So I'm gonna need
run the mile.
Yeah, you got to run a mile, which means you guys have to make a con save. Because you're basically having to run flat out if you don't want to get caught in this.
Ooh. I actually have something else I can do under if you're cool with me doing it.
Depends on what it is.
Using the ring of telekinesis on myself. Discount fly. No, I'll save that for emergency.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could do it. It would basically give you a fly speed of 30 as long as you concentrate on it.
I'll cast Expeditious Retreat just for a bonus action -2.
All right, there we go.
Oh, the Ring of Telekinesis has a restriction on it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you can only target objects that aren't being worn or carried.
Well, he's not being worn or carried.
He's not an object.
I can fix that.
Make him one.
Hang on, dude. Odysseus, for this plan to work, you need to be a corpse.
If the cow was a corpse, could he make it move and everybody?
Oh, yep. Telekinesis spell at work, but only on objects not being worn or carried. Okay, good to know. Still, neat spell.
Mm-hmm.
God, I do love it. Cast telekinesis on objects that aren't being worn or carried. Okay, so I throw a ball into the air, cast telekinesis, and I grab the ball.
That's carried.
But it was not carried when I cast the spell.
The ground is an object that is not worn or carried.
Ground is not an object. It's terrain.
The target is no longer valid for the spell when the spell ends.
But you see, the ball isn't being worn or carried. It's carrying me. I'm just kidding at this point.
Yeah, so it looks like this. You guys are sprinting up the side of this hill. This crater's rim. Only Galen is really getting exhausted by this, and Galen gets a level of exhaustion running up this hill. And you're almost there. Almost to the top. You can see the last of the villagers kind of disappearing over the edge of the rim. When one of those pyroclastic rocks lands just outside of your view on the far side of the rim. There's an explosion. And as you guys get to the rim, you can see a small crater, like a much smaller crater, maybe only about 100 feet wide from where the rock hit. And many dead villagers.
Are they all dead or just most of them?
Just most of them. The remainder seem to be running even further away down the side, the smaller rim here, and heading towards the river.
Just blowing rocks. Let's keep going. Fuck it. Galen is not stopping. He is following the village. He's probably not going to stop till he gets to a major city. I was swapping characters anyway. Galen is still running.
Yeah, I'm going to keep running too, but I'd like to cast that telekinesis. That way I got it going for a few minutes.
On what?
I mean, it's a concentration spell, yeah? So even if I drop the initial object, I should still be able to use it?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I thought it was telekinesis were targeting a specific object. No, it's just a thing. Yeah, you can cast it.
Yeah. Yeah, that way the telekinesis is running, and if I need to do something like grab a fucking pyroclastic ball out of the air, maybe I can hopefully potentially do that if the situation. Who knows?
So rock is coming at you.
If only I thought of that sooner. Maybe they wouldn't all be dead.
It left 100-foot crater.
know,
I don't
I was
think you were
thinking
grabbing
of-
that one out of the air.
I can try. I know.
You know, I was gonna bring in a new character, like I say. That's why I didn't at the start of the thing, because when I heard of a disaster, this plays so well into my character that's coming in. This really does. You will understand. It makes so much sense.
All right. I think we're going to keep running until we feel like we've reached safety.
Okay. So you guys keep running another mile as you make it to the river. I need another set of con saves.
Yeah,
Galen?
the wizards with matching 5s.
Oh, another deck save?
Con. Because you guys are basically running like flat out away from the exploding volcano. Alright, well, Duodecius and Afflista are now, getting a point of exhaustion. As you run the other mile, you reach the edge of the river. To your left and your right, as you look back along the rim of this crater, you can see pyroclastic rock landing and carving up the terrain, though none seem to be landing, nearby you guys. The ash cloud overhead continues to spread out, having spread out faster than your run. You are still cast in dim light, and you think in a couple of hours, probably the whole of the island will be covered in a rather dark couple of days.
And then the plants will die, and the herbivores that eat the plants will die, and the carnivores that ate the herbivores that eat the plants will die.
To cover the earth in a doomsday shroud.
Speaking of
A
river right
half-life
in
of
front of
93
us.
years.
So who has a passive perception above 16?
14.
Wrong. Maybe.
I
no,
got 15.
No. 12.
Real quick, who did I give the mana ray cloak of the mana ray to? Was that Pete or Gilbert?
Gilbert.
Did you give it back to Twidget?
I would have.
Okay, just check. So I can re-equip it, so to speak.
Yeah, I don't have anything. What are we rolling?
Nothing. I was asking if anyone had a passive perception above 16.
No, I have a 16 though. Galen does. He has a 16.
Okay. But yeah, you guys are standing there at the edge of this river. The water is slowly flowing to the south. To the east of you, the crater rim, getting covered in pockmarks as rocks fall.
So we need to start whipping up something to get these people out of here, right?
Well, are we by where we buried our boat?
No.
That's not going to hold everybody anyway.
You
We'll
buried
have to
your
walk.
boat.
The bottom of
And-
the waterfall.
Yeah, at the bottom of the waterfall, not on this plateau.
Mm.
You have any spells there, Septimus?
I have many spells, none of which can affect the weather, but I think we should try guiding them to our boat.
I can start mold earthing a land bridge if this river's not too deep.
The river's not too deep. You can see people are swimming across it, basically. Some of the villagers are.
Huh?
Which is swimming back and forth.
which is playing in the water, him and his cow.
Well, no, he's like shuttling people. Anybody that can't swim, he has a swim
Oh,
speed.
they're running. They all swam. If they didn't know how to swim, they just sort of threw themselves in there and made swimming-like motions until they got to the other side.
If they knew how to swim, they swam. If they didn't know how to swim, they learned.
They tried to skip across the top of the water.
So the I was thinking that the sprinting party of adventurers would have caught up to the villagers by now. And that's what I was saying, that I was going to help anybody across that needed it. But if they're already across, then yeah, that saves us the trouble.
Yeah, they don't appear to be stopping, waiting, or looking to you guys for help or assistance. They are simply running for their lives.
I guess we're going to continue to run across the river as far as we can until we get clear of this catastrophe.
Yeah, haul ass.
Okay. So you guys cross the river. Again, it's actually not that hard. It's only maybe 6 feet deep at the deepest point. Most of you can probably wade across without even needing to swim.
Hence why I asked where the Cloak of the Manta Ray was, because I'm 2 feet tall.
But yeah, none of you, including the cow, have any problems crossing the river. And...
Well, back the way we came, I think.
Okay, so you're going to follow the river south then?
Yep. I mean, that's the way towards our boat. Like our big boat. That's waiting for us.
Sure. So you begin following the river. Presumably you guys aren't running flat out anymore now that there aren't like big heavy rocks artillerying down all around you.
No, we're just marching now.
Okay.
I think Galen is still. He said he wasn't stopping.
Well,
He
no,
didn't say he wasn't slowing down.
Well, yeah, I slowed down once we got clear, but yeah, he's pretty much insistent on leaving this place and getting back to civilization.
I was just humoring myself at the since you're bringing in new Galen literally runs himself to death.
No, he's not gonna run himself to death. No, he's not. No. That's why he's leaving the party. His self-preservation is a little stronger than most of my other characters. He's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, so you guys begin marching south. A normal
When
march.
did the townspeople stop?
They
I don't
didn't.
imagine they would have.
They didn't.
They ran into the woods to the north after
Do you think
crossing the
our
river.
big boat that we took here can take the entire village?
They're gone. They're not with us anymore. They
Oh,
went
they-
the other direction.
Hmm.
Into the wood line. They went into the trees. Fuck.
Yeah, they went north. We went south at the river.
Oh, okay. I don't know where they think they're going, but
I think it's
must
Underdark's way
know.
of saying forget about these people.
Yeah, basically.
I forgot about him when he killed a bunch of them with a big rock. I was like, oh, well, we're not supposed to save these people.
okay. Well, the whole like town just got blown up. Not necessarily because of anything we did, but it happened right after we did something.
Yeah, they're probably not our biggest fans.
I don't want it to be because of something we did, but I feel like I can't conclusively prove that it's not.
We went over the island, we came back, and then the
Now
island blew up.
exploded.
I
Yeah.
know. It looks bad, but I can't think of anything we did down there that could have caused something like this.
Well, there was something, in the cloud. Maybe we didn't kill the right creature.
Okay, but why would it pop out after we left? Like, what did we do to disturb it?
I don't know.
Harmless
It's,
kid.
it's an evil spirit.
Yeah,
that's-
Evil spirit of the volcano that
If the
relishes the
tentacle
destruction.
monster was like its child or something,
I don't think,
we
I
pissed
don't think
Mom
that was
off.
the problem. I think what we did to piss it off was killing its cultists.
We did kill a lot of
That too, and then take the magic items from the altar with the skeleton on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this is looking kind of bad now.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought it was a squid monster, the squid monster was taking over people's minds and made the cult, but maybe it was something else.
It didn't occur to me that whatever the cult was worshipping might be physically there. I thought the cult itself was the problem.
I thought the squid monster was the problem.
I did
We
too.
were all wrong.
That's why I was intent on killing it and died in the process, but we still managed. Oh, speaking of, what was the sword that we got? I don't have that written down. 'Cause I know we were talking about giving it to me. The short
Yeah.
sword.
I thought we did give it to you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't write it down because
Oh,
Twidget hadn't been resurrected when we were first investigating those, so I turned my sheet off.
Maybe we give it to someone else then.
it was a good sword.
Yeah, it was like a +2 sort of alluring.
Yeah.
Yeah, charm
Yeah.
person. Yeah.
Charm
Okay.
person, yeah. Which is just what a child needs, a sword that can charm people.
He can inherently cast charm person.
I thought we gave him the dispelling knife.
I thought you gave me both.
He does have that, which we only recently found out what it was.
Yeah, he does have the dispelling knife, yeah. I mean, I don't think we should trust a child with the most powerful weapons like that. It's just with Galen, he doesn't shadow parties.
I mean,
Anyway,
Twitter's a smart kid. He'll be fine.
So, question for you guys. When you came up this plateau, you actually came up. There are two different ways you know how to get up here. You buried your little boat at the bottom of the waterfall, which is to the southwest. However, the climb was rather precarious, and you searched for alternate ways and found a bridge that went across a chasm that led to some steep mountainous terrain to the southeast, but did not involve a vertical climb. Which of those two known locations to you would you be heading towards?
Probably the gentler one. The one that doesn't involve climbing up a sheer cliff.
yeah, we're done. We're beat. We ran from a natural disaster. The easiest way back, fastest, easiest way with not a lot of climbing and shit.
Okay. Yeah, so that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about a 10-mile hike. So it'll take you about 3 hours. Just marching overland at a fast pace.
Okay.
Yeah, you notice as you begin marching south across the plain, that where before you had noticed some amount of wildlife, it looks completely deserted at the moment.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
There are also occasional earthen tremors that occasionally cause you to stumble a bit.
I'm assuming we have no problem killing them.
Unfortunately, they just pass you by, and other than being mildly annoying, don't stop and let you fight them.
Oh, even the tremors are afraid.
Turns out
Wait.
tremors aren't actually earthquakes. It's just tremor creatures running away from shit.
It's graboids.
Oh,
Yes,
I forgot
that's
what
the
they're called.
joke.
Is it the ass blasters?
No,
Those
you
suck.
guys blasted all the ass up there.
I'm sorry, you're saying tremors sucked?
No. Tremors 1, good. Tremors 2 and 3 suck. Tremors 4 was actually surprisingly good. Tremors 5 kind of
I've
sucked.
watched three.
Tremors 6, I think, was actually almost good again. And Tremors 7 was ass.
Wow, I didn't know there were that many tremors.
I'm so happy we skipped right to Jason X instead of watching all the other ones.
Hey.
Jason X was great. That was my
Yeah.
first and only Friday the 13th film,
My
and it's so funny.
My favorite is Jason.
Alright, let's get back on track here.
Yeah, holy crap! We threw ourselves the off-topic waterfall and plummeted 3,000 feet.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, anyway, back to finding the boat.
Yeah, I think we landed by our boat.
No, you didn't. You didn't take that path. You said you were going for the bridge.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. It's easier, yeah.
All right. So you march for your 3 hours. A column of ash and smoke rising up behind you. Above the edge of the crater, you can see a dull red glow. And then you arrive at the old roped wooden bridge.
It's still there, or
It's still there, mostly. It's looking like the tremors that occasionally shake it do occasionally shake also the bridge, and it's looking a little worse for wear as a result. It's a 300-foot-long bridge.
Well, good news is those giant asshole birds won't be here this time.
Indeed, you do not see any giant asshole birds.
So I recommend we go across this either individually or in very small groups, death gripping the ropes the whole time.
You want me
I
to run
agree.
across first and reinforce it?
I would like you to walk across while, again, death gripping the ropes. But yes,
question,
Daily Devil?
question.
yeah, you've asked twice now. What's the question?
Do we still have his cow?
Yeah,
It's with you.
Okay.
that's why I want to
Cow
reinforce the
goes
bridge.
last.
Well,
Naturally.
shit.
Counter
Keelan, you
point.
understand Twidget has an intelligence of 16, right?
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
he's a
Send,
wisdom
send
of
the cow
6.
first. Cows don't willingly cross unsound bridges. So if it crosses, then you know the bridge is fine.
Haha, that's funny. But Twidget would like to take some rope out and go across the bridge first and reinforce it, since he's the lightest.
How much do you weigh with all your equipment?
I would be dropping my equipment.
Well, how much do you weigh with all your equipment as you're crossing the bridge? Like, however you're equipped doing that. Because you said you're taking, like, some rope and other stuff with you.
Yeah, I would have 400 feet of silk rope, and like that's it, like a dagger. So 40 pounds.
Okay.
I weigh 25 pounds. So if I took my backpack and armor off, which wouldn't take that long, because light armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just takes a minute to take off.
Hell, how far is the gap?
300 feet.
I have 400 feet of rope, so I should be able to go along and reinforce any areas that are a little stretchy.
Okay. Well, Twidget, as you make your way across, go ahead and make an investigation check as you attempt to locate and shore up the rickety, failing portions of this bridge. Okay. Yeah, you use sections of rope to kind of cross brace several areas. You're thinking that this bridge is about as stable as it's going to get as you're on the other side of it.
Yep. So then I will go back across, get my gear, and start, I did the best I could. How much rope do I have after that? Or how much rope did it cost me to shore up?
It cost you 204 feet of rope.
Okay. Could have been worse on the rolls. Could have been better. That's about as average of a roll you're going to get for two 100s next to each other.
Okay, so with all your equipment, you said you're going across first. How much do you weigh?
With all of my equipment, minus that little bit of rope, I weigh 1. That minus that. 1. I just brain farted. 155. 165.
Okay. Yeah, you get across. Bridge holds just fine. Who goes next?
I'll go next. I'm also pretty small.
And how much do you weigh with all of your equipment?
85.
Okay. Yeah, you work your way across, creaking the whole time, but no problems.
Shall I go next?
Oh, I think the cleric, the paladin, and the cow are going to weigh the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in heavy armor.
How much does the cow weigh?
An average cow is about 1,400 pounds.
Oh, okay.
I was
I'll
gonna
be,
say, yeah,
I'll be fine as long as the cow makes it.
This was a healthy cow, so.
How far across is this bridge?
300 feet.
I weigh 300 pounds with equipment.
Okay. You make it across without any problems.
So the problem is somebody's going to have to lead the cow across.
Yeah, just coax her onto the bridge. She's smart.
Well, I mean, we know that a cow won't willingly cross any unsound bridge. So
Well,
she'll have to be
if-
cowed into it.
Well, then I can take my gear across and go back across. Do we
That was
have
god-awful,
another?
Pete. That was absolutely god awful.
I mean, that's what that word means. It's not even really a pun. But yeah, it should be Twidget who leads the cow across because he weighs the least.
Yep. And do we have another 150 feet of rope?
I do.
Okay. So we'll tie a harness onto me when I go back for the cow. That way, if the rope or the bridge fails, you guys can still, pull me up.
Someone else should be on the holding end of this. I'm not
I'll do
very
that.
strong.
I will do it.
Watch holds the rope with one hand and just sits there and waits.
All right.
So next would be Squash or Galen, whoever wants to go, and then the last, and then I'll go back across without my gear for the cow.
All right. Squash will go next. He weighs 600 pounds.
You
Okay.
go first.
Okay. Galen will go first.
I only weigh like 250.
With all your gear?
With my gear, yeah, with my gear. He's only 180 pounds. He only has 50 pounds of gear right now.
Okay. Yeah, you get across without any problems, Galen.
Yeah, everything he has is in his bag of holding. So
All right. And then Squash, how much did you say you weigh?
600.
All right.
Oh my god.
So you've been working your way across. And at about the midpoint of its Squash, I am going to need you to make a deck save as one of the wooden planks does give way underfoot. Cracks and basically splits in the middle.
Yep. Well, as I said, I am death gripping these ropes.
Okay, well you have advantage on your deck save then. Or in fact, if you want a strength save.
That's better. Thank you.
Yeah, you hold yourself and kind of say, okay, not that step, and just kind of step over the hole
Mm-hmm.
and make the
Parallel
remainder of your
parts
way
of it, so-
across without any problems.
Yeah, he makes one of those Harrison Ford yells. Like the, oh! Okay, now the cow.
Yeah, so you see snakes swarming beneath you, and
Prepare to meet Kali in hell.
all right. So you go back across the bridge just with Twidget without your gear and get to the cow.
With the,
Currently,
with the
it's
rope.
chewing on some grass.
Yep, with the rope tied to me.
Mm-hmm. You tie the other end of the cow.
No. I'm just leading the cow. The rope is for safety if I fall. I don't think we're gonna catch the cow. How deep is the
Yeah.
chasm?
It's a 3,000-foot chasm.
Yeah. Do you guys really want to try catching the cow with the rope?
No.
Yeah. So Twidget's tied on one end, and Squash is holding the other end.
Yep. That cow is more than my push drag lift, unfortunately. But only just barely.
But we can combine push drag lifts.
Oh, that's true.
But the dex/strength saves to stay up on the cliff edge is
I
going to be
can
the
cast
problem.
enhance it.
We might also overcome the tensile strength of the rope.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have enough rope to double up. All right. I start leading Bella across the bridge.
Okay. Well, as you approach the edge of the bridge, I'm going to need an animal handling check from you to actually get the cow to step onto this bridge.
Does the cow really, really like me?
Yeah, you have advantage on it.
I did summon her, quite literally.
Yes, it is your pet cow. And yes, you would have advantage on this.
Well,
The cow stubbornly, like, it gets to the edge, and it just looks at you and goes, moo.
all right. I try again with some sweets.
Okay, try again. Alright. It takes a couple of steps onto the bridge. You can hear the rope straining under the weight of this animal. Then you begin to lead it across. At about the midway point, I am going to need another animal handling check, as the bridge is kind of swaying back and forth, and the cow is getting nervous. The cow decides that it has had just about enough of this, Twidget, and begins moving forward suddenly much faster than you were expecting, and I need a dex save from you to get out of the way of the cow without getting bowled over.
Can I make a
Galen,
grapple
let's
check?
do a
Like
yes
just
or
grab
something
on?
good.
Sure, but only with acrobatics.
That's fine. I mean, it's slightly less than a dex save, but if she's hauling ass, I might as well go with her.
Oh,
Mhm.
Lord.
Yeah, as you just kind of grab like the neck of the cow, kind of swing yourself up on it like a kind of a short, stout horse. As it's it's kind of hauling ass across. You can see the bridge kind of torquing left and right under the weight as it's kind of not as it's almost at a trot going up this bridge.
And I'll try to make sure the rope is free of Bella's face.
Oh, Lord.
Bella don't give a shit as she eventually does get to the other end.
Oh, my God.
Yay!
Yeah, I rolled a D100. Not an 89 is good enough. She does in fact not destroy the bridge and plunge to her death as she, comes across the bridge.
Yeah,
You know, if
perfectly
you
good
put
waste of a
some-
magical cow.
You know, if we put some armor on it and give Twidget a lance, he could joust from the top of the cow.
I have considered taking Mountain Combatant with Twidget for other reasons, but I would totally support this idea. I wanted to get a dog. But not a lance, like a spear, because, he's 2 feet
Yeah.
tall. But anyway, okay, yeah, we make it across. Yay.
Yay.
Okay.
But
And
you give
as-
Bella another 2 sweets.
Yeah, she takes the sugar cubes. So, Twidget, do you remember the circumstances which brought you Bella?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I made a wish.
Well, specifically, you made a wish at a specific item, location, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the obelisk.
Well, as you guys are looking back, you can see that those tremors have shaken rock loose from the cliff's edge, and have revealed what look to be almost like creating like studded spokes on a wheel, but without the full length of the spoke, all along the edge of the plateau, maybe 50 feet or so below the rim, the edge of it. More of these iron obelisk-looking structures, though these are poking out horizontally rather than vertically.
So you're saying somebody buried a really big wheel underneath this whole plateau, and the collapsing rock is exposing the spokes?
Well, more like if it was like a studded wagon wheel, it's exposing the studs.
I see.
Nice. That's what I thought you said. Oh, my Lord. What the hell?
Great, another buried spaceship.
Oh,
That was my exact thought.
That
Crystal
was my first
Skull.
thought when the fucking volcano started exploding.
Oh, the volcano's not erupting, it's taking off.
oh Lord.
So wait,
No.
hey, no, hang on, we got to play this out.
The volcano's not taking off; it's digging deeper.
All right, we're
Yeah.
going. Let's continue.
How many times has this happened in this world now? I distinctly remember this happening on another continent.
We found a race of aliens that were capable of granting wishes. And then a child found them and wished for a cow, and they got pissed and left.
And then, ever since that day, the aliens have kidnapped every cow they could.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Pete.
It explains so much.
The origin story.
Why are these things so fucking special?
Listen, you don't want to know, man.
All right, I guess we continue moving, right?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Better get a move on.
Back to wherever we're heading. Where are we heading? Back to our boat.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to hoof it.
Let's hope we have a cow.
You gonna milk any more out of this?
Oh, you bet. I'm gonna milk more out of it, that is. I don't know what milk is.
What?
The Midwestern thing, you don't understand.
I know. I know that people say milk out there. I'm just making fun of you.
Oh, I know.
Wait,
All
wait,
right.
wait, wait, wait. You don't say milk?
No, that's a Midwestern thing, Gilbert.
That
Everyone
is
else just-
100% a Midwestern thing.
Everyone
Gilbert.
else pronounces
We are
it
the
the way-
only people that say milk that way.
Everyone else pronounces it the way it's spelled.
How?
Milk.
Milk.
You're saying milk with an E.
Yeah. Write out the letters M-E-L-K and then say the word milk.
Milk.
I didn't hear any difference between the way he said it and the way you
I'll be honest, I can't hear the difference.
There's milk with an I and milk with an E, and you're saying the second one.
He's
Milk and
saying that everyone else
Think
says milk.
think like MILF and Melvin. That's the difference, but it's
Yeah.
not that obvious. That's just making it more obvious.
So, milk and milk.
Yep.
Oh,
Most people say it the
Yes.
second way.
oh, so milk. is what
Yeah.
I say. Yeah.
Because they're wrong.
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
I am
Oh, I'm
wrong.
sorry, we can't all be Midwestern. I almost said Miss Western.
It's actually a nice pageant.
Miss Western. Does that exist? I hope that
I heard it was
exists.
won by a man. Oh,
No, it's Miss Midwestern, but yeah. Surprisingly, a lot of people from Nebraska participate. They don't have much to do.
Nebraska's not in the Midwest.
I know. That was the joke. They participate in Miss Midwest, but they're not actually Midwesters because they literally have nothing to do.
I have.
Sad, sad lives of
Let's
Nebraskans.
move
Let's carry
to-
on walking.
Yeah, let's carry on.
This is a hell of a walking conversation we're having.
Well, it's good because you guys have, let's see, 1, 2, you probably spent 3. You've probably got the rest of the adventuring day just in marching down the steep switchbacks of this mountainous terrain to get down to the river that then leads to the waterfall where you buried your boat.
Is there
Okay.
a van?
Wait, I just got back. What's up with the adventure day?
We're
We'll
going
be
to a van.
traveling.
Well, like there's really nothing interesting going on. All the animals that might have provided like a random encounter, they're hiding right now, or they ran. Because the sky is full of ash.
I like this. We should do this more often.
So yeah,
Blow up
Fast
half a
travel
continent?
then?
Yeah.
Under?
say again.
Can we just fast travel it?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like you guys are at the bottom of the waterfall. You've retrieved your boat, which is where you buried it, and it appears to have been unmolested. But you can tell that the sun has gone down, as the only light that you can see is not the stars of the moon; those are obscured, but by a pale glow kind of reflecting off the lower parts of the sooty air above you at the top of the plateau. You're basically at the base of the 3,000-foot waterfall.
Neat.
So,
Well,
what do you guys want to do here?
Oh, I suppose end of the day or getting close
We
to
should
it?
make camp.
Yeah, like it's basically you had your full adventuring day just in marching and running.
All right, well, we're going to make camp, and then in the morning we'll set sail.
How's the the atmosphere looking at this point? It's like totally overcast from all this ash.
Yes,
Okay.
like a heavy overcast sky.
Would it be possible for us to cast off now and?
No, we're at the end of the adventuring day and we're not there yet.
Well, the problem is
Yeah,
that
we
the
don't want a
river
long rest
is,
for a
is
boat
kind of a
with a bow.
meandering river, and if you guys just sit on your boat without guiding it, it will beach itself fairly quickly.
Oh, okay. All right, well, then we'll take a long rest.
Yep, sleepy time.
Okay. Do you guys set a watch order?
Yes. Galen
Yes.
will take first.
Second.
Third. Come on, you guys always know I take third.
I'm sorry, was there anyone on fourth watch?
Yeah, I'm typing it up.
Okay.
Flisto, what watches do you want to go on? I know you like to elf it up. Burger?
Sleuth.
Put him on 2 and 3.
No, put them on 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Yeah, 3 and 4. He likes the
Aw.
kid Twidget. He likes Twidget.
Almost.
And yeah, no, we can't leave Twidget alone. And
I was like, I could put him on 2 and 3. That's perfect.
Never leave Twidget unattended.
No, I did change for like when he's on watch and stuff. I don't have any bullshit that happens because that's not fair to you guys.
What's not fair to us?
If none of us wake while he does his bullshit.
Yeah, if I do the
right,
ADHD
right.
tables on watch, it's not fair to you guys because something might happen and you have no control to change it. Which is, true with Twidget, but at least when he's on watch, he has something to focus on. So that's what I've ruled. So all of the bullshit only happens when we have downtime. When he doesn't have anything to do, he doesn't need to watch.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So Twidget can be on watch by himself. It's just hasn't been telegraphed very clearly.
Because no one trusts Twitch.
Of course not.
Not by himself.
Yes.
That's just crazy talk. All right. Well, as the night wears on, the first 2 watches pass uneventfully. The third watch, however, with a duo and a Flista. You guys are sitting there, standing watch. Do you guys have a fire lit, by the way, or are you going dark?
I've got my globe.
Okay.
My magical lumen lamp.
Mm-hmm. Well, as the night wears on, Duodecius and Ophlista, you would hear what at first you think might be the sound of thunder. But later, you like moments later, you realize it is not, in fact, thunder, but altogether more animalistic. It sounds like a roar of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rouse the party.
Okay. You begin rousing the party. As you can see what looks to be a rather large winged shape flying among the ash clouds in the sky.
Oh, I turn off the light.
Okay. Minutes pass. And let's see, I think you said there were a couple people that had a 14 or higher, right?
Yeah, I got
For
a
passive.
15.
I have a 16.
I think Twidget said it was 14.
14, yeah.
All right. Well, the three of you can see off to the south a figure dive out of the clouds. Long and sinuous, with spread out, draconic looking wings. You lose sight of it as it goes below the tree line.
Uh-huh. Right. Well, I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep tonight.
Mere minutes pass, and you can see, again, maybe 20, 30 miles downriver from you, that draconic figure, shadowy in the darkness, flies back up and looks to ascend, once again circling and flitting about the ash clouds.
Bro, I think it's looking for us. I mean, I'm not being naysaying or nothing, but I think it's looking for us.
Maybe it wants to thank us.
I don't think that's what it wants, Twitches. I really don't think it wants to thank us for anything.
Maybe the tentacle thing was holding it prisoner, and it finally broke free when we killed the tentacle thing.
Unlikely.
Well, the cult that we fought didn't exhibit any evidence of dragon worship. That didn't seem like what was going on down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, if they were worshipping dragons, that would just be like normal. That's a thing normal people do in this world.
It's a standard cult.
It's an abhorrent thing people do in this world.
No.
Anyway.
Dragon cults are, Bahamut is a dragon.
Dragon cults are abhorrent.
I don't know. Well, first of all, you realize that the primary religion in this world has draconic imagery as its symbology.
I don't recall that.
Isn't the platinum dragon?
I can confirm that for you.
What platinum dragon, mister? There's a nation run by dragons. I don't recall there being draconic imagery related to the gods, at least not based on their holy symbols. Under?
Not the individual gods, but the symbol for the Sea of the Masked Gods is dragon flesh.
Yeah, it's dragon scale shield.
There you go.
Do they worship dragons?
No, they worship the gods.
Right.
What is the connection of the dragons to that anyway? Where did that come from?
Well, how do you get a dragon scale shield?
Oh, is that why?
Kill a dragon.
Yeah.
Well, is that why though?
I'm just following logic.
Under what is the lore?
So, it's probably for the more well-read among you. The general creation myth of the world is that before the small races existed, the world was generally populated by giants. And I mean both the giants that, fee fi fo thumb, but also gigantic creatures, dragons and the like. And they waged epic wars across the lands, until eventually the humans, the elves, the dwarves, and the gnomes, and etc., began to emerge. And why they emerged, and why the giants and the dragons kind of faded away, isn't exactly clear. The clerics of Lyris tend to use that as a case to make up a morality play versus showing how the dragons and the giants kept fighting and they were immoral and thus the gods displaced them, that it was some type of divine act in doing so. Point is, while there is evidence that they were much more common and much more prevalent across the world long ago, predating the 28 cities, there's no real evidence or consensus as to why they faded. But in their wake came the Union of 28, which eventually ended in its own calamity.
God, let's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it did.
So
Poor bastard.
my guess is there probably might have been some dragons imprisoned in that whole Finasco, and we've slowly but surely over the course of these campaigns been freeing everyone we come across. I'm not kidding you, we freed like 4 or 5 dragons.
Well, and then there was the spider god killing fiend creature.
Yeah, that would classify under some sort of giantist creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suboptimal gameplay on our part.
Well, you see, there's another synonym for giant, Titan, that might be a little more relevant to certain out-of-game mythological knowledge.
These are not good optics.
Fuck.
I love it.
Fuck.
Wow.
So anyway,
you know
anybody
what,
want a quesadilla?
Gilbert? You know what? The first time you ran this world, you destroyed their civilization. This time you just said, fuck it, I'm gonna kill it all.
What did I do?
What? No, he's undoing it.
I'll fucking do it again.
He's freeing everybody.
What? No. God,
Oh.
absolutely not.
But if he's not freeing them, they are going to roast everything.
No, he said
They'll
everybody.
be
That
super
implies
grateful that we're letting them out. They'll
Guys,
love us.
guys, we need to institute
with
a
salt.
Dracocide.
Oh, we're killing dragons again? Okay, I'm down. Can we make it to town first? We need to get
be
out
back
of
in a
here.
minute.
Because back to the point at hand,
Oh yeah.
that big thing is still looking for us.
I don't know if
Under.
it's looking for us.
Am I able to get during this period get a good like sketch of its profile?
Yeah, it's long and wings like a dragon.
Yeah, I'll just be recording its profile whenever it passes by.
Okay. From what you can tell, it's likely a largish creature, not gigantic like you would expect an ancient dragon to be.
If it comes down here, I'm offering you the cow. Swear to God.
If we come face to face, Twidget is offering that thing a sweet. Chief Negotiator Twidget.
I'll offer it Twidget and a cow.
I'll offer it its own heart.
Make sure I'm not there when you say that.
All right. But yeah, we need to get out of here.
Okay.
Unless we think we can hunt it down.
Let's just go back to sleep and worry about that in daylight
Okay.
when it doesn't have the advantage.
Yeah, let's go back to sleep.
Okay. On occasion, through the rest of the rest, you do hear a low, rumbling roar, but it doesn't get any closer than the peals of distant thunder. You do complete a long rest. Morning, such as it is, comes, the world only dimly lit, however. The ashen clouds above remain, like a heavily overcast sky.
Oh, time to row.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep.
Row your boat right the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you begin rowing your boat. goddamn, I put that map somewhere. Where? There it is. Okay, so you begin rowing your boat. Let's see, it's probably 4 miles. So it'll be 6. All right. Well, if you recall your journey upriver, it took 2 days. You can travel about 24 miles by river every day. And you begin rowing your boat. As the day passes, you see no wildlife. You hear, like, not even insects seem to be making themselves known. On occasion, you can see flashes of light in the cloud, like lightning, though you see no bolts reach the ground. Eventually, the dim light of this day fades as you find yourselves pulling into a lake that none of you remember encountering before. Though you do recognize the general location as to where those alligator-like creatures had located themselves around that golden idol.
It's interesting. The topology of the land must have changed, causing this lake to form. Maybe a really big hunk of rock landed here and made a crater.
Do any of you have a nature check above 15? Or, I'm sorry, above a +5?
Not I.
My nature is +5.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I meant at +5 or higher. So, you notice something odd about this lake, Duodecius, as you guys pull into it.
Oh?
It's perfectly circular, except for the entrance that you just came in from, and an exit about 500 feet to the south.
Yeah, that screams crater to me.
Any sign of damage to the area outside that would indicate more of an impact?
No. In fact, as you kind of look about and even looking over the edge of the boat, you can see that the lake is not shallow.
You want me to take a closer look?
Yeah.
He jumps over the side.
Okay.
I hate it when he does that.
Alright, you jump into the cold water, Twidget. And you begin swimming down?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, as you begin swimming down, because you would have noticed this rather early, you would only go about 300 feet down. As you find a smooth bowl-like bottom. Oh, you have 60 feet of dark vision or 120?
120 for me.
Ah. Well, you can also see it about 100 feet away from you, towards the center of the lake. The curve suddenly stops, and it flattens out to be unusually flat. You notice that there is no silt or anything here.
Just a perfectly flat stone bottom.
It looks like it's perfectly flat. It's 100 feet away. You can't tell if it's stone or not. Not at this range. Where you are right now appears to be more vitrified ground.
Yeah, there's no blurry silt look, though, is what you're
Correct. Yeah, you don't see any undulations like you would normally expect in a natural lake. Or even one formed by explosive force with the expellant kind of resettling that lands back in.
Okay.
It's like the lake just disappeared?
Well, I guess I'll do a lap roughly around the middle so that I can see all edges. You know, swimming, keeping the shore 100 feet away so I can see everything.
Mm-hmm. No, Alyssa did not come through. So yeah, you begin swimming, and yeah, so this 500-foot diameter, perfectly circular lake. Looks like it would have been a 500-foot sphere, almost like carved out of the ground. The part of the ground that intersects with the sphere for like the first 300 feet or so is curved like you would expect and appears to be vitrified as if exposed to extremely high heat. However, for like a what would be about 150-foot diameter circle in the center, it is perfectly flat and doesn't. It's like the sphere got cut.
Okay. And there is no caves, crevices, holes, openings anywhere in the entirety of the surface?
Not that you have seen so far. You've only done the perimeter, though, is what you told me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with 120 dark vision, basically, I was just keeping 100 feet. So then, yeah, I'll fly or swim around the center.
Okay. Well, you don't. Do you have a light source?
No, just 120
Okay.
dark vision.
So as you approach the center, you can see that the center area, where it's flat, has a different amount of reflectivity from the ambient dim light above you from the surface. There's still a little bit of light coming down here. You can also see that there is small inscriptions all over the flat.
Okay. Let me go take a closer look. Do I recognize the script?
It does not appear to be in a language you know. However, what's your Arcana skill?
+3.
It does appear to have some type of arcane meaning.
Okay. Well, I will go back to the surface.
Yeah, so you can cast it up on the boat. You don't detect any magic within range.
I will doff the Cloak of the Manta Ray and hand it to Duodecius and shrug. And just be like, I don't know, it's weird. There's writing down there.
Oh, there is one thing, Twidget.
Hmm.
The structure, like they're not. It's not just all like letters all, in a grid on there. There was a little bit of artistic flair and some separations and such. Some detailing that was done to it, and it does look to be of a similar style to that iron obelisk that got you, Bessie.
Oh. Okay. Well, Twitch is kind of mind-blowing for the obelisk, so he wouldn't remember too much about it, other than like, oh yeah, kind of looks like the obelisk. He still has no idea where the cow came from.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he takes off the Cloak of the Manta Ray and kind of hands it over to Duodecius and says, I don't know, there's magic writing down there.
I'll head down there and check it out.
It's not a language I know. So if you have comp languages, I'd recommend it.
Yeah, I swim down there.
Okay. Yeah, you see, as I described before, the curved sides give way to this 100-foot diameter clear space. It's flat. And yeah, there is arcane writing all over it.
Like this is very specifically arcane, not another language.
Correct.
All right. Detect magic ritual.
Okay. You do a detect magic ritual. And that whole circle glows with abjuration magic.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to spend some time down here, just doing as a deep think as I can about what this is, as I kind of go around trying to decipher what it does.
It's Pikachu.
Okay. Well, go ahead and make an Arcana check then. Okay. You spend about an hour down there, going all over this disc. And from what you're able to put together, the function of this magic is to strengthen and protect it and prevent things from passing by. In other words, this appears to be like what you would expect to see on the walls of a fortress.
And what does it look like? It just like deleted this crater?
You don't see anything that would strike you as offensive in this. This is almost like it's purely defensive, as if to weather great amounts of damage without giving in. It is like unless it was like a one and done type deal, you don't see anything in there that would explain the creation of a crater. It's also not a wall, it's more of a floor at this point.
Does it look like something hit this dead on? Like straight down on top of it?
Well, as I said, at the surface there was like a 500-foot perfectly circular area, and that if you were to imagine that as a sphere that was cutting into the ground, that cut stopped suddenly at this point. Like it could cut no further. But the center of it would be about 200 feet above you at this point.
Do we know any magic that can do 500 feet radius or 500-foot diameter Yeetus Deletus?
Wait, one second.
It wasn't an impact or an explosion. It was just literally deleted. Do we know any magic that can do that?
That sounds pretty extreme. I'm going to say no.
Because it deleted everything up to the sphere. Or the outside edge of this, whatever this structure is. I mean, we're a few miles away from the crater. So, Planet Mechanicus?
Okay, under?
Yeah.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, the red is the bowl of the crater. That stuff going horizontal down the middle, that's like the water. So the two dotted lines, is that where the cutoff is? Like the difference between liquid and solid matter?
No. Hey, give me a second, I'll draw you beside you.
Okay. Because you're using bright, clear English, but I feel like I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
How big's the flat spot?
About 150 feet in diameter. I've just got uploaded to Discord. Wrong chat.
Awkward.
Enters wrong chat, laugh at user.
Does that help, Gilbert?
Okay. Okay. The crater ends earlier than it should based on the curvature of its circumference. Okay.
Right.
I gotcha.
That's the scale. You're just actually pretty close under.
All right. So big disc, abjuration magic, the kind of thing that you use to stop something from passing by.
Yeah. And whatever created this crater, it apparently resisted.
So, from detect magic, how much does this magical aura extend underneath the dirt?
You can't tell.
Why can I not tell?
Detect magic has a limit to how far it can go, and it goes up to that limit.
Okay. Well, that does tell me something. It tells me that it goes underneath the soil.
Yeah, like when you go to the edge, it continues, but it can only continue for about a foot or so.
Let's see. What do I have for options? All right. I swim back up.
All right.
Oh, have we crossed this? No, we haven't crossed it yet.
No, you guys are about probably just at the edge of where you would be over the disc, about like a third of the way across it.
Okay, I'm going to tell everyone, I'm going to swim back up, tell everyone to wait there, and I'm going to swim over to the point where we would end up crossing the disc.
All right, well, hang on. So as you're swimming up, everybody on the surface would hear a roar, much closer than the distant peals of thunder that you had been hearing before.
Oh shit.
As you see a black winged figure descending rapidly from directly above you.
Oh shit.
And you guys should roll initiative.
Oh shit.
AGR? What? I go in the crater and everyone gets fucked again? Nat 1. Yeah, I'm sitting at the bottom of a crater. I don't know this shit.
All right, Galen, what do you do? Galen, you here, mister?
I will never understand.
All right. Well, Galen dodges. Twitch it.
Maybe because I'm a nervous bladder. Like he hears rolling and he just panics.
I don't know why he rolls.
Twitch it. It's your turn. What do you do?
Distance?
600 feet up.
Huh?
Okay. Well, I call out Draconic. We're friendly. 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 Because
Nothing wrong with
nothing
a
I can
dodge
do that
anyway,
can reach
so.
600 feet out. So, other than my words, not much I can do.
Okay. Well, on the creature's turn, tucks its wings in and drops, falling 300 feet before throwing its wings back open. You hear a distant guttural sound. Besides Twidget, how many of you know Draconic?
I do.
Well, you're underwater. You're not going to hear this anyway. But it come... Okay. Alright, so Alyssa and Twidget understand this as these twisting, guttural, draconic words, which almost like being spit out, like ash from a mouth. Die, heretics.
But you don't know what we believe in, so how can we be heretics?
Alyssa, it's your turn.
So many problems with religion could be solved so easily.
But, yeah, Alyssa, I'm not even seeing you key up. Okay, you jump overboard and begin swimming away from the party. Are you swimming forward to the left or the right, or back towards the river from whence you came? All right, that would be, I'm going to say to your left then.
Bit of a breeze.
Okay, Alyssa, you submerge about a foot.
This is like, fuck it, I'm done.
Squash,
All on the boat.
you're on the boat. This dragon just dropped 300 feet by essentially just stop flying and let itself fall. It is
We gotta
three.
get the fuck out of here. You're about to ask me something?
Nope, I was just asking what you were going to do.
Hmm. And it's just like dropping straight towards us?
Well, no. After it expended its movement to let itself fall, it opened its wings again so it doesn't careen into the boat at full speed.
Hmm. Yeah, well, knowing what dragons tend to do, I am also going to begin holding my breath and jump into the water.
Okay.
I'm going to try and submerge myself just to protect myself from the fire as best I can.
Mm-hmm.
Black
Probably
dragon.
going to get boiled in this river, but oh well.
That's a black dragon.
Oh, is that how dragons work in this world?
Yeah, they're still color-coded.
Oh, yeah. What's black again? Poison?
Acid.
Acid? Oh, well then the water will maybe protect me? Yeah, anyway, I'm swimming as deep as I can, which, if I dash, is 30 feet. I don't know if the river is that deep.
You guys are in that 500-foot diameter lake that goes like 300 feet
the
down.
lake. Yeah, okay, then I will swim a full 30 feet down.
Yeah, you got plenty of water here.
Yep, I do that. That's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, wait. Can I change that? I'd like to only go 15 feet and then take the dodge action.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, I do that instead.
All right, do Odysseus. As you began your journey up from the bottom, you see people jumping into the water up ahead, above you. And probably a somewhat distorted image of some big thing getting a lot closer. What do you do?
How high up does it seem?
Impossible to tell from 300 feet below the surface of the water.
Oh, shit.
You're at the bottom still. You just started up when this happened.
I guess Duodecius will squint and swim up 60 feet.
Okay. Anything else?
No, not reasonably. Can't really tell what's going on from down here.
All right, Galen.
As a action, I'm going to use my magical tinkering ability to build myself a little flashlight that gives me 5-foot radius of bright light, and then I am jumping over and swimming down as far as I can.
Okay, do you have a swim speed?
No.
Well, then it would be half your movement speed, which I believe is 15 feet.
Yes, 15 feet.
All right, yeah, you jump overboard, swim down 15 feet. You can see Squash kind of about the same depth with you.
And that is it.
All right. Twidget.
Twidget asks his question. How do you know we're heretics? We just met.
I mean, it is only one Twidget and a cow on the ship.
We could be best bros. Besides, you came out of the mountain that we blew up.
Make a persuasion check.
The one time I needed a high roll.
It's still coming for you.
Twidget rows the boat.
Okay. I believe a rowboat is, what, 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. You row the boat 30 feet.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. The dragon splays out its wings, slowing its descent. And it's at this point, as it gets closer to you. Well, Twitter, you're the only one above the water at this point. You can see that it appears to have a translucent quality to it.
Oh, neat.
As it descends, this would put it about 140 feet above you. And let's see, that is all it can do, actually. Aflista.
I think a Flista's buried underground.
Okay.
No. She dashed to the side and remained 1 foot below surface.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you continue swimming away. Squash.
So from my position under the water, did I see it like breathe or attack or do anything?
No, you saw it slow out of its like dead drop, so it didn't fall into the water, and flew down 160 feet. But it has not attacked or breathed yet. It's still 140 feet above the surface of the water.
Oh, it hasn't made it to us yet. Okay, I'm gonna continue dodging.
Duodecius.
Well, everyone's still kind of far away, so I'm just gonna. How below the surface would 120 feet put me?
So you were 300, and you went up 60 before. So you're 240 below.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So how do you go 120 feet?
Dash.
Swim speed.
Ah, that's right.
Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that puts you 120 feet below the surface. You can definitely tell that there is a big dragon above the water. It looks like it's, 200-300 feet away from you.
I'll just hang out here for now.
Okay. Galen.
I am going to continue to use my action to dash so I can swim 30 feet.
Okay. You going which direction?
Towards the shore, whichever shore is closest.
Sure.
To me.
Yeah. You begin following Aphlista's lead. Alright. Twidget.
I continue the negotiations.
What do you say?
Let's see. You know, my mom always told me dragons were cool. We could be friends, and I have sweets.
Well, you can make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Look, if the dragon doesn't like your mom and doesn't like sweets, I don't think we can be friends with this dragon.
Hey, slight improvement over last time.
Hmm. Anything else in your turn?
Nope, roll a boat in my action.
Alright, you row the boat.
30. I'm going the opposite direction of Athlista to the other southern shore.
Okay. Yeah, to the
Sorry, right
southeast
direction.
instead of the southwest.
Yep.
Well, that should be to the
Or north, yeah.
northwest instead of northeast. Anyway.
Yeah, the other nearest shore.
Yeah. Alright, he's going to, let's see, he's 140. He's going to fly his 80 feet closer to you. Fuck it. He still is not close enough for this. So he's going to take the dash action. And basically get right up next to you, Twitchit. Like he's flying still, but he's right above you.
1 second, I'll dig the sweets out.
Aphlysta. Well, he went 30. That'd be
20.
That'd be about 100 feet from you.
Oh yeah, triangle.
Okay. Anything else? Do you ready your action to chill touch if it attacks? Alright, squash.
I'm gonna continue dodging. Just where I am.
Yep. Do it, Esius.
I'm how many feet below the surface?
120.
Up 60.
Okay. Yeah, the monster's about 80 feet away from you.
All right. So here's okay. That's about 80 feet. So if I dash, I would like to. Let's see. If I dashed, how close directly under the boat, like putting the boat between me and this dragon, can I get?
Well, the boat is, let's see, you were going straight up, be about 60 feet from you.
At the end of a dash?
Well, no, you said you went up 60 feet. So after that, it would be about 60 feet horizontally from you.
Okay, what if instead of that I just dashed beelined towards underneath that 120 feet of movement?
Then you could get under it.
How much distance between me and underneath it?
Well, with a 120-foot dash, it could be as little as 10 feet if that's what you want. So anywhere from 10 to 60 feet. How much depth do you want?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just go 60 feet of movement in order to try to, going at a sideways angle to put this, to put the boat between me and the dragon.
The dragon's above the boat, so you're being below the boat?
Yes.
What depth? 10 to 60. Pick.
60.
Okay. So yes, you can move to that position. Anything else?
No.
Alright. Galen?
I'm gonna continue to dash swimming in the water towards the shore.
Okay. Twidget.
I rifle through my bag and pull out some sweets. Do you want a honey cake?
He doesn't respond.
That would be another persuasion check.
You know, my friends could help you. They're really smart. We don't have to fight. Twitch is kind of sounding more and more defeated as he carries on, trying to convince the dragon not to kill him. Literally staring down its mouth like, we can be friends. So one last persuasion.
Yep, at disadvantage.
The 16 and the 17 could have gone together, and the 7 and the 4 could have gone together.
But they didn't.
They didn't.
You didn't need to kill Twidget with a dragon to make me hate dragons.
Seriously,
You already hate
if the
dragons.
dragon eats little Twidget, I think we're all gonna hate him.
I am going to learn and cast fucking genocide.
Anything else, Twidget, on your turn?
Nope.
Alright.
Just pandering to the will of a dragon.
Yeah. Well, it's the dragon's turn. He's right above you.
Mhm.
So he's going to breathe.
Yep.
Not fire or acid, but rather shadowy fire. Translucent, almost like the memory of fire, washes over you, the boat, and proceeds 30 feet down into the water. So Duodesi's ending like 30 feet in front of you. And I need you, Twitchit, to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Alright, well, that is a successful save for half. So you instead take 36 points of necrotic damage.
Oh yeah, I suppose I was doing the math at 72, not. So yeah, I'm just down, not dead.
Okay.
I had to take the halving into account. I was like, 72. Yeah, well, that's a lot.
Indeed. You notice, as your eyes slide shut, that Bessa was in that field and appears to be completely unharmed by it.
Yay! Bella's fine. Anyway, death saves for me.
Indeed.
Oh, Flista's ready action.
Ah, yes,
Dragon
Aphlysta.
cast.
That's right.
What are we gonna do about the boat?
It was necrotic damage.
I
It
know
wasn't
the
fire.
body's on the boat.
Huh? What do you mean body?
That does hit the dragon. All right.
Flista casts tickle.
It does not appear to be particularly effective. All right. And then he is going to bank and start flying to where he can now see Squash. But he can't do anything after flying over the position of Squash. Aphlysta, it is now your turn.
Well, you can see that
No.
he's not rowing the boat anymore.
Yeah, the problem with the boat is it has sides, so when he collapsed into the bottom of the boat, you can no longer see that from underneath the water. All right, well, the boat's about 100 feet from you. Misty Step is 30 feet. Do you have a swim speed? Okay, so you can get, with a dash, you can get like 30 feet closer to it. Which would still put you 70 feet away from it. It's a bit far for Misty Step. Are you going to Misty Step 30 feet ahead, or are you just going to sit there 70 feet away? Okay. Yeah, so that you are now 60 feet away from the... Wait, no. 40 feet, sorry. Yeah. Did the mental math wrong. Yeah. You're 40 feet from the boat.
You had the right numbers in the wrong direction.
All right. Squash.
Okay, I see a dragon flying up over me.
Just about, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna swim down another 15 feet and take the dodge action.
Okay. I believe that puts you at a total depth of 30 feet.
It does.
Okay. Do Odysseus.
Distance between me and it.
Let's see, you're at 60 feet of depth. It moved over there. It's about 80 feet away from you.
All right. I swim 60 feet toward it.
Okay. You're staying at 60 feet of depth?
Sort of. So, hold on. Anytime, spare sheet. You know what I want. Okay, so I need to get the mean bad dragon within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, bad dragon.
Shut up. I want to get the dragon within 30 feet of me, preferably with a bit of movement left over. Is this possible?
And you have 60 feet of move speed?
Yep.
Yeah, it's possible. You'd end up having to be about 20 feet below the water behind him. So that at the angle, you're about 30 feet away from him.
Okay.
But yes, you've only had to move 40 feet to get there. And he is now 30 feet away from you.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I say bitch ass dragon says what? And I need a wisdom saving throw from him for Tasha's hideous laughter. Hmm. Hmm. So he's heard that one before.
He has.
And I'm going to Zoidberg myself back into the water.
Okay, so you dive your remaining 20 feet, putting you 40 feet below the water.
Awesome.
Anything else?
Nay.
Galen.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on myself
Okay.
as a bonus action, and then I am going to dash my 30 feet.
Okay, you dash 30 feet. This would actually get you to the shore.
Cool. Can I get into the wood line?
Yes, because like there is like no bank or beach. It is like the edge of a pool. You climb out and you're in the woods.
Yeah, good. Hide.
Well, next turn you had to dash to get there. You said.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're in the tree. You're amongst the trees. The flying dragon is about 100 feet away from you. All right. Twidget, death save.
Oh my god!
I keep rowing the boat.
No. So hold on. So you wake up at the bottom of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Crouched above you is a shadowy copy of yourself looking down at you.
Hi, friend.
It waves.
Can you help me row the boat?
It shakes its head.
Okay.
I
row
would
the
say
boat.
something to the dragon. That would be just the dragon will be like, what the fuck?
But anyway, I continue rowing the boat.
Okay. Well, yeah, you sit up. You have your 1 hit point and a level of exhaustion, and you row the boat another 30 feet. Yeah, this will only puts you about 20 feet away from the shore, just so you know.
Okay.
Anything else?
Not the action to row the boat. I don't think I can do anything with bonus action that would help me. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, wait, hang on. Is it action to use my movement for the boat, or is it action to row the boat?
Let me double check.
Because I always forget how boat movement works. Because, yeah, you could just cheese it and everybody takes their action to move the boat, which wouldn't work then.
So, you use your action to move the boat.
Okay.
It is your action to move the oars. And apparently it's only 15 feet, but 30 feet's whatever.
Yeah, we've come this far. Okay. No, then that's it.
Okay. All right, the dragon.
We got the 20 and one of the persuasion checks.
Ah. Well, the dragon looks down at you, Squash, and flies into the water.
Oh boy.
It
Got worse. The fuck?
as you see this translucent, shadowy dragon get within 30 feet of you, open its maw, and emit shadowy flames that caress at you like the memory of burning alive. And I need a dex save from you.
While underwater. Okay.
Yes. But you are at advantage because you're dodging.
Yep. But it doesn't matter.
Oh my lord.
So you take 56 points of necrotic damage.
And I'm unconscious.
Alright. As your unconscious body begins to float to the surface, the dragon banks up to leave the water, just barely breaking the surface. Duodecius and Afflista can see just right where Squash was a shadowy copy of him just floating there like he was dodging before.
Where's the real him?
floating on the surface, unconscious. All right. Let's see. Their initiative takes place immediately after the dragon. Got it. All right. Well, Twidget, the one in the boat, tries to poke you.
Oh, that's not nice. You're my friend.
Does a 14 hit you?
No.
Okay, he misses. Under the water, it's going to stop dodging. And it's going to float over. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to move its full 40 feet to float right up to Duodecius. And try to poke you.
Cringe.
God, this just got so much worse.
Go away, step bro. I'm not stuck.
Okay. You take 21 points of necrotic damage.
My life just got extremely complicated.
Your strength is reduced by 4.
I don't have much of that in the first place.
If it drops to a 0, you die.
Really? Yeah, I know, mister.
Yeah, if any of your core stats hit 0, you die.
Okay.
No.
Afflista.
Did that work?
Yes, I can
Yeah,
hear
here
you.
you go.
All right, great. Finally. Squash got knocked out.
Yes.
Can I see him?
Yes.
Within what's the less? Within 30 feet.
You were swimming towards the boat, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd be about 20 feet from you then. Ahead of you, but it's 20 feet away.
Yeah, perfect. I'll swim 15 feet towards him and cast life transference to him.
Okay.
This is...
Is Afflista a cleric?
No, it's a wizard spell too. Alright, that is most of my remaining health, but you get to 34 health back.
Alright, shit.
Alright, well, Squash, you wake up on the surface having floated up there from your convalescence. 34 hit points and a level of exhaustion. Anything else in your turn, Afflista?
Nope.
Alright. Squash. Below the waves, about 40 feet away from your position, 20 feet down, you can see what looks to be a shadowy version of yourself taking swings at Duodecius.
A shadowy version of myself is fighting Duodecius down there?
Yes.
And it looks like you're absolutely fucking kicking Duodecius's ass.
Well, naturally, but...
There's a dragon about 30 feet above and 20 feet behind you. And you can see about 100 feet away from you. No, sorry, you'd only be about 60 feet away from you, the boat with Twidget on it. And a shadowy copy of Twidget trying to hit him but missing, despite Twidget manning the oars.
Widget singing.
Why can't we be friends?
Can I see the shadowy dragon?
Yes, 20 feet behind, 30 feet up.
Oh. That works. Alright, well, I am... let's see, what would I say in this situation? I would point out that I can tell he's not real because of his transparency. And that I'm not scared of him, and in fact, he should be scared of me. I need him to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
Casts reverse psychology.
Why did they not put the DC down here? God damn it.
I mean, I don't know what the DC is, but he rolled a 1, so I believe he failed.
I need to go find out. Give me a minute.
I'd be impressed if someone got their DC below 6.
I mean,
All right, next meme character I make.
Cast nothing but disabling spells. The DC is 5.
Okay, the feature
Yeah.
itself doesn't even say how to calculate the
I'm
DC.
building the worst wizard ever.
What? Which does it tell you what stat to use?
No, so I'm left to assume it's my spell save DC, even though it's not a spell.
What feature is it?
This is Conquering Presence. It's afraid of me now.
It's a paladin thing, right?
Yeah.
It's charisma. It's based on your charisma saving throw, then.
No, but it doesn't tell you the math, so I'm assuming it's the same math.
Yeah, it's the same math as a spell save for using charisma,
everything
but it's charisma based, so it's not like strength or anything.
No, it's charisma.
Okay. So what's the DC?
Anyway, doesn't matter, it failed. It's the same.
Okay. So it's afraid of you.
It is afraid of me.
It is afraid of you. Anything else?
Let's see, that was my action. How far would I need to go to get back in the boat?
60 feet.
Alright, I guess I swim my 15 feet towards the boat.
Okay. Start swimming your feet, chasing the boat. Anything else?
Wait, does that take me towards the dragon or away?
Away.
Yeah, I go that way.
Okay.
And that's it.
take care of the poor.
All right. Do Odysseus.
Okay. So, how far is the dragon?
So that would be your 20 feet down. It's 30 feet in the air, so it'd be 50 feet vertically and about 60 feet horizontally.
Trick question. All the bad guys are within 120 feet of me, yeah?
Yes, all 3 bad guys are within 120 feet of you.
Slow.
Excuse me, sorry, I forgot to do something. Can we back up for a second? I needed more saves off of that ability.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh,
By
sure.
all means, please. Fuck them up more.
I needed the shadowy versions of myself and Twidget to also make that save.
It doesn't matter. They're immune to fright.
Ah, well, that simplifies things. Moving on.
Okay.
Okay, slow.
Slow, so it's wisdom.
Yeah, fuck them.
One
Fail.
point about slow. It is a 40-foot cube inside of its 120 foot
Oh,
range.
right. Yeah, they should all be in there still, right? Make it all excited.
Yes, you could fit them all in there. You'd have to put it at an angle, like the dragon's at one corner, Twidget's at another, and then this guy's just in the middle of like the bottom face.
Advanced trigonometry. This is what we practiced in high school.
See,
Slow.
this is what the teacher was always warning you about that you would need it for.
Take it the 21's the dragon.
Yeah, the 21's the dragon. The other 2 are the shadowy copies of you guys.
The dragon's a dumb bitch. Those 2 are slowed. I believe he has no reactions now.
That is an assumption you can make, yes.
And I'm leaving.
Okay, he watches you go. How far do you go?
I'm going 60 feet straight down.
Okay, you dive.
Dive, dive, dive down Periscope.
Anything else?
Eventually we'll get around to sealing the hatches. No, that's it.
Okay. Galen,
I
so you're on the shore.
Yeah, I'm on shore. I'm trying to hide. Can I?
There is dense foliage. You can definitely try to hide. After all, the dragon is only 60 feet away and flying your direction.
Just a reminder, he cannot move towards me of his own volition.
Yes. So yes, Galen, you can take the hide action. Make a stealth check.
It's in 60 feet away from me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take the high action.
All right. Well, might make a stealth check.
Watch out for the forest bucket.
Damn, that's not good.
Yeah. Well, you think you're hidden. Your ass sticking out the back of the bush, but yeah, you think you're hidden. Anything else?
No. take the dodge action.
You took the hide action.
Oh yeah, and that's all I'm gonna do.
All right, twitch it.
All right. Well, I don't like my friend, so I would like to stab him.
Okay. Well.
Magic knife.
I pull out the golden dagger
Uh-huh.
and stab him.
Okay. Roll to hit. Well, you crit him.
Dragon should have been fast.
So 39 magical piercing.
Okay. It doesn't appear to be particularly effective. However, the shadow shatters and dissipates into nothingness.
The dagger killed him. Yeah.
Well, I don't think I have to worry about trying to dispel it now, do I?
No.
All right.
Anything else?
No, I can't even move after doing that, so
All right.
I had to aim.
Yep. The dragon. Well, he is going to fly away from Squash, which will let him pass right over where Galen is hiding. And on his way past, he's going to take a swiping claw strike at you, Galen. Does a 25 hit you?
Oh my dear God, yes.
All right, the shadowy claw rips into you for 10 points of necrotic damage. And as it continues flying away, it will provoke an attack of opportunity from you.
No flyby on this guy.
I mean, no. Let him go. No. Is he leaving, or is he?
Are you not taking the opportunity?
Well, he flew 60 feet to you, took a swing at you, ignoring the trees. Like, he flew through the trees like he had no clip on.
Well, yeah, because this dragon is a ghost.
Toggle no.
And then it's like flying away from you, as if it was just flying in a line and you were just a strafing run. And doing this does provoke an attack of opportunity for me, Galen. It's up to you if you want to take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, roll to hit then. All right, you miss him as he goes flying right on by. 20 more feet, still amongst the trees. Let's see. And then there's the shadow that was previously fighting Duodecius. Duodecius ran away, however. He ran really far away, and this guy's slow.
He gives up and kills himself.
I need to look up something else. Speed is halved. Action or bonus action, both. Okay, so it can, in fact, take the dash action. Which it will do. And fly 40 feet through the water towards Squash, putting him about 10 feet away from Squash.
Wait, what does?
Your shadowy clone is now trying to close with you.
He can fly?
Well, he doesn't make any swimming motions. He just comes closer like he's a ghost.
Oh, yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Well, we could really use a cleric right about now.
Afflista?
So
Says the
nobody's
cleric.
unconscious? Question. Is anyone
No,
unconscious?
we're all up. I nat
Alright.
20 to my death save, so we're all up.
I got bullied really bad, but I'm still alive.
How far is the boat from me?
Like 100 feet.
Ooh. Alright. Swimming for the boat then.
Okay, you start swimming for the boat. You would end your movement about 10 feet away from Squash.
All right.
And you can see the shadowy copy of him, slowly coming up the water towards him.
Let's try Ray of Frost.
Okay. Targeting the shadow, I assume.
I mean, it would be funny if I just shot Squash, but yeah, targeting Shadow.
That hits.
Wonderful. 4 cold damage, move speed is reduced by 10.
Okay, it does not appear to be particularly effective.
I figured it's more just buying time.
Alright, anything else?
Then that is going to be it for
Squash.
How far away is my shadowy double?
10 feet.
Yeah, okay. I'll close the rest of the way with him. May as well deal with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
The other one didn't seem that tough. This one might only be a little tougher, since it's me. Let's see here. I'm still not at the level where I get extra attack. Okay.
Did you play class?
No, I dipped one level into fighter. Ooh. Yeah, we'll take that. Is this guy a Fey Fiend or undead?
Yes.
Splendid.
He is so dead. He is so dead.
Well, let's see here.
It's all of the above. Paladin's favorite enemy. The
Paladin's
fiendish
favorite enemy, yeah.
fiend of an undead.
A demon ghost.
That's from the Phalans.
Well, paladins don't get bonus smites against Fae.
What, do they not? Oh, yeah.
No, just fiends and undead.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of,
You think of Divine Sense?
Divine Sense.
Divine Sense. Thank you.
Yeah, if it worked like that, paladins
sorry.
should also then be getting aberrations.
36.
You absolutely obliterate it.
Excellent. In case there's any question who the real one is here.
Nah, it was just a cheap copy.
Yep.
Anything else?
That was my action. And then I will just swim 15 feet towards the boat.
Okay. Do Odysseus.
Oh, do Odysseus. Okay. His copy is gone,
Yes.
so no one is currently affected by my spell.
It would appear so.
I am going to hang out at the bottom of the lake.
Okay, you dive another 60 feet.
I am in big wizard danger. I have few hit points.
So I have a question for you. With your strength reduced by 4, given everything you're carrying, are you above your maximum carrying capacity?
Oh, definitely not. I forgot to adjust that part. Yeah, no, I definitely sinking.
Okay.
Your sheet should be auto-calculating that.
Only if he bothers to adjust his strength score instead of just noting it down.
Yeah, I just noted it down.
Because if he had a 6, he only has 30 pounds of carrying capacity now.
Magical override column whenever that happens.
Yeah, that's 4. Anyway, all right, yeah, so you're sinking. It's a good thing you want to dive because that's what you're doing. Anything else?
Nope, I'm just going to enjoy being able to breathe water with my nice cloak that Twitchit has loaned me. Such a dutiful kid.
Yeah, shame he died. Galen.
Where's the dragon go?
He is about 20 feet from you, 10 feet in the air, flying through the trees away from you.
I move the opposite direction.
That'd be the water.
Line. Well, then I'm gonna move along the water line. My full movement. I'm gonna dash and then bonus action dash.
Okay. Are
Around
you
the edge. Trying to circle around
right? Are you trying to get closer to the party or away from the party?
closer?
Okay. Yeah, you start following the curve of the crater, and make your way around 60 feet. I think you said.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Twidget.
I row the boat.
All right, you row the boat after 20 feet, hitting the shore.
I get out of the boat.
Yep.
I grab Bella's lead and
Uh-huh.
take her with me
Okay.
on the shore. Going roughly whatever direction is not this way.
All right, you get 10 feet into the woods. Bella trotting behind you. Despite having been completely ensconced in those flames, Bella does appear to be no worse for wear.
Yeah, that's fine.
Forgot to wish for the cow to be mortal.
No, the flames have no effect on her because the wish just created the body and like the central nervous system of a cow, but it didn't give it a soul. Just a
Tracks.
fucking cow homunculus wandering around.
There was nothing to kill.
All right. Dragon flies up to the treetops and dashes 160 feet away from the party.
Splendid.
I just put it about 300 feet from everyone. Aflista.
I'm going to follow Twidget.
Okay, you follow Twidget. Squash.
Now that I have my action, I'm gonna swim my full 30 feet in the same direction I've been going, also attempting to follow Twidget.
Yeah, you slowly follow Twidget. Do Odysseus.
Well, if I see people swimming somewhere, I'll assume they got somewhere to be. I'll start following.
Unable. You are sinking. You are way overweight, you said.
Indeed.
So what do you
That's
do?
what I'm doing.
Okay. So you start moving slowly to the side as you continue to sink, eventually hitting the curved, like the portion where the curved floor meets the flat floor.
Would I have seen him sinking down there?
Yeah, he sunk down out of sight. But
Oh.
but the original part you saw, he was intentionally swimming down. And then you lost sight of him because, he was like, 90 feet below the water.
Alright, I'll have to go back for him.
Anything else to do, Odysseus?
Nope.
All right, Galen.
We'll continue to dash around, gain back up with the party.
All right, Twidget.
I seen the dragon like leaving.
Yes,
Well, then
it's some like 400 feet away from you.
Yeah, then I'll turn around and start heading for the boat because
Yeah.
the problem's leaving.
Okay. Well, on its turn, it continues flying away in fear. Another 180 feet or 160 feet. And at this point, I think we can say you guys are out of initiative as the dragon is effectively outside of your range and is just flying away.
Okay. I would have to turn around to go and get to Odysseus and pull him up out of there.
Okay.
How much does he and his combined gear weigh?
320 pounds.
Yeah, that's no problem for me.
We just throw a rope down and tie a rope to a bag of ball bearings.
Squash is
rope it out
faster.
over the middle.
By the time you finish tying that together, Squash emerges from the water as carrying a waterlogged wizard.
Once he can breathe, I'm taking the cloak of the manta ray off of him and putting it on myself to speed up the whole process.
Yeah, you can do so. Assuming Duodecus doesn't resist you taking the cloak of the manta ray from him.
With his strength score, he cannot resist me.
Duodecus resists
No, he doesn't.
pathetically.
Yeah, he resists pathetically, you
Blatantly.
take it, and then there's a question of how does Duodecus respond after that?
To be honest, your compliance isn't a factor.
He's doing this while underwater?
No, I'm waiting until you're on the surface so that you can breathe.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I'm fine then.
Okay. Yeah, eventually you guys all get up together on the northwestern shore, all at the boat, Duodeci still has lost his strength. Those are just standard shadows, so you'll get it back on a long rest.
Oh, those were just shadows. Nice.
Well, the copies were.
I know.
I'm just letting him know because I'll probably forget by the time you take your next long rest. It'll be like 3 days go by, and then you'll wonder if Duodeci is ever going to get his strength back.
That does happen occasionally with us with stat affecting things.
Yeah, well, we got to keep moving before that thing gets wise.
Yeah.
So back in the boat, row your boat.
Okay.
Row,
You leave the crater,
down
entering the
the
rest of the stream downstream, and continue for another 2 hours before the sun sets.
We should make camp again. This time, no fire, and if we can find like a secluded place to make camp, we should do that.
I don't know. That thing went through trees like you could see us.
Well,
True.
no, it went through trees like the trees weren't there.
No, but he has a point though. It might have some kind of supernatural vision as well. Like, presumably, if you were going to fly through solid objects, you would want to be able to see through them as well.
But it didn't see us the first night, and Gilbert had a light lit up.
That's true. So I don't know
It
then.
only seen us when we were out in the open, on the lake.
Okay, yeah, then let's try to get some cover, whatever we can find.
Dense
My-
forest should probably do the trick.
Are there any of those left?
Yeah, the only area that was damaged was that 500-foot sphere. Everything
okay.
else appears to be relatively pristine, the same way you came up, just a little dimmer because, overhead. Overcast, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit muggy out.
So yeah,
Did I send you all any of the pictures that I took the last summer when there was all those forest fires?
yes.
Are you talking where it was the red haze is everywhere?
Yeah, it was like bright fucking orange outside.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Was it like that where you all are?
Not as bad.
Oh, yeah.
No, not as bad.
Yeah,
Definitely not as
it
bad.
was pretty
It
intense.
was shouty or smoky haze, but nothing like that.
Like, you know how the neighborhood gets when, like, there's a block party and they have a big bonfire?
Oh, it was just like that?
Yeah.
But,
It's
like a
somebody
light
had a
haze
bonfire
that had
50
a
miles away.
definite smoky, at least in Michigan, I could smell smoke with it.
Yeah, no, this was like
Yeah.
Las Vegas in Blade Runner 2049. Just like orange everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, out in Chicagoland, we weren't quite that bad. There was an orange tinged everything, but it was the kind that you'd expect during certain kinds of dusk hours, and it was just kind of really light orange, if that makes any sense. Like
Yeah, I think I get
ours
that.
looked like yours if you moved
Move the
towards
slider a little bit.
towards like the outer edge of it.
It's like someone put the Mexico filter on from a Hollywood movie.
Right. If you were in the middle of hell, we were in the suburbs of hell, like towards the farmland.
The suburbs of hell. New adventuring location.
We were in the nicer part of town.
It's really gentrified here.
The suburbs of
Suburbs
hell,
of
also
hell,
known as
sure.
Riverside County, California. Okay, I think we were taking a long rest before I totally got us off track.
Never. I don't know what you mean.
Alright, well, I think we were trying to find a secluded place to bunker down for the night.
Mm-hmm.
My dog's out. I'm gonna go for a few minutes. I'll be back soon.
Okay. So yeah, you guys drag the boat off. There's some hills and some jungly type areas. You find some shelter beneath some trees. You recognize this as the area that you when you came through here, there were the lizard folk in this general vicinity.
Oh, yeah, this place.
And you guys begin setting up your camp, ensconced in this grove of mangroves. So what's your watch order?
Third, I always claim third every time. Everyone knows this.
Let's reuse the last one.
Yeah, I'm just
It's up there.
scrolling up to get the last one. That one was fine.
Okay. Can you just post it again, please?
Yep,
Anyone-
I'm scrolling up to find it.
Anyone
And there's
tries
the
to
map.
take third watch from me, I will use a 9th level magic missile on them. Don't fuck with me.
Twidget tries to take the third watch.
Twidget dies.
Do it.
Tasha's hideous laughter. Wisdom
No, you said you were
save.
using ninth. You said you were using a 9th level magic missile.
Uh-huh.
Do it.
I did. I never said it was the only thing I was using or it was the first thing I was using.
Anyway,
Hey, Squash, how long does that ability last?
1 minute.
Okay.
It's like good for a fight.
Right. Okay. Well, you guys settle in for your long rest. Squash, what's your passive perception?
Not good. 8.
Okay.
Oh crap.
So off in the distance, you hear flapping wings.
Like big flapping wings?
No. Like a
Those-
parrot-sized thing.
Oh. Could be some of those birds. Well, yeah, I'm not going to do anything yet.
Okay.
Although it sounds like it's getting closer.
No. It
Okay.
did not. Bess is just sitting there, chewing on some grass nearby. And yeah, the rest of the night passes without incident. You guys have had a successful long rest. So, as you guys are cleaning, getting your stuff ready, none of you, I think, have a high enough passive for this to matter. As suddenly, Dragon. And, yeah, we're rolling initiative again. Because it's right
Just
there.
go surprise dragon.
It had a 24 on its stealth roll.
It's pretty good.
That is, in fact, a surprising dragon.
Like, if it wasn't immediately obvious, it makes no sound when it moves.
just the terror, roar, thunder thing.
Yeah, but that's because it intends to make noise. It wants you to know what's there then. You made it run away in fear. Now it's pissed at you.
That's fair. But it probably spent all night searching for us.
It did.
Wait, if it spent all night searching for us, that means it is exhausted. It didn't sleep.
I don't
Sure.
think the ghost dragon sleeps.
I know.
All right, Twitch, do you have anything that prevents surprise?
Undead dark
Negativo.
exhaustion.
Duo Odysseus, do you have anything that prevents surprise?
I got this $10 bill.
That's nice.
Jesus. 24. Under, I got this $200 gift card for Steam. Five Gilbert.
I work minimum fucking wage.
That is fair. That is fair.
Anyway, do you have anything that prevents surprise?
No.
All right, Dragon. Yeah, shadowy fire just envelops the camp. I need deck saves from everybody.
It's not a good back.
Yeah, roll initiative. Suddenly, Dragon. It stealth bombered you guys. Is that your initiative roll, Flista?
It's the same modifier, but initiative would have come. 18 initiative, 13 dex save.
All right. Well, let's see. Twidget passes for half. Squash fails. Galen fails. Aflista fails. Duodecius passes for half.
Duodecius dies anyways.
So that would be 30 points of necrotic if you passed. 61
Duodecius
if you did
dies
not.
anyways.
Like dead or just unconscious?
Just unconscious.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull me out of that initiative list.
God.
Are you dead? You had just finished a long rest.
That is almost triple my max health.
He doesn't buff con like we do.
I'm level 5 as a wizard with plus constitution.
Ha. Okay.
That's the other thing. Yeah, we are level 5.
Uh-huh.
Like, even if I had that extra 1 in my con, I still think only have like 34 HP.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm unconscious.
Okay. Twitch is unconscious. Duodecius is unconscious. Galen, are you unconscious?
I am unconscious.
Squash?
You missed it
Oh,
by.
shit, what's my taking? Oh yeah, I'm unconscious.
From 30? Or, sorry, from 61?
No, mine's 70. You missed it by 9.
Okay. So you're all unconscious or dead.
Yep.
Wow. Record fucking TPK, guys.
Well, it's just one AoE that does a fuck ton of damage.
Yeah, 16d6 hitting nothing to shy about. That's
Yeah, he did roll a bit high, but yeah.
Okay, so what does the dragon do with our corpses? Does he eat them, leave us there, take the cow? What does he do?
well, we still have death saves and stuff.
Wait,
Yeah.
You do have death saves. Yeah, you might nat 20, so there is a chance.
have bets
I
here,
mean-
we win.
We're the last two. Or there's 3 of us, and we're monkeys and the arc reigning. I forgot. I'm tired.
All right,
You know what I
Bro-
meant.
Galen,
Brother, it's starting to-
death save. Okay. Squash. Death save. I see. Twidget, death save. All right. Duodecius, death save. Okay.
He's not doing well.
So I got bad news.
Oh, it's gonna blast us again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, it swings around and torches the place again.
Oh well, I'm dead.
So we all fail our dex saves, we take more than our max HP and damage, we all
And we
get chunky
die.
salsa.
Yep.
So anyway, what are you guys bringing in next time?
Another Septimus? Come on, what the fuck do you think I'm gonna do?
What makes you think this is the end?
They all died. Unless something interesting is going to happen.
Ooh, because it does. I'm just pulling it up because I didn't expect you all to die quite like this to this creature.
16d6 under 16d6. We're level 5.
You could take him if you didn't get surprised.
Like, that's enough to down any of us on a failed save, and for some of us, that's enough to down us on a pass.
Literally died on a pass.
Yeah, on a pass. So that most of the party on a pass still takes more than their HP,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't seem to have a
We
recharge.
awake on a
So.
field of skulls. Oh fuck,
Oh,
we're here again.
yeah. God damn it.
No, you don't. You're. Let's see here. I'm just trying to find it because I wasn't expecting to need this right away.
It's
Haha, you
average.
fool! You should have expected the unexpected.
Well,
Average
the way you guys had been
is all
going,
kill.
frankly, I thought that you had a decent chance of taking this.
It's average damage. is more than enough to kill me.
Well,
I'll say.
in fairness, I did spend 3 rounds trying to chat with it. That's 3
It was
rounds
out
of
of
sneak
range
attack.
of most of it today.
That was 3 rounds out of range.
Well, 2 rounds out of range. After that, it was in range.
Yeah, usually I get to like chant TPK for a couple minutes in chat. This was. Damn, you didn't even let me type that shit up.
All right. So, yeah, you all died. And you find yourselves ghostly, floating together in a chamber that is constructed of pure white marble. The curved walls are delicately worked with a host of ornate angels. Circular niches to the north, east, and west each contain a 20-foot-tall statue, and a circle inlaid with silver is engraved in the center of the floor. Inside the circle, at each compass point, is a depression of a different shape: a circle, a square, a triangle, and an octagon.
Tomb of Annihilation?
To the south, you can see a pair of closed stone doors. And no, this is not the Tomb of Annihilation.
I know.
That would be ballsy, even for me.
It's way too gentrified.
Obviously, descent into Avernus.
Is there a 5th plinth for the 5th element?
Someone read it wrong, and it's the Tomb of Nihilism.
Where are we? What does Duodecius know? Is this high water? Where are we?
Well, you would know that generally you would not be self-aware if you were in high water or hell. Your souls would simply have been returned to the ether. You don't know where you are. Though the things around you look physical, though you and your party members, who look like shadowy copies of themselves, do not.
I would like to investigate the chamber. Reveal to me its secrets. Afflista, aid me!
Alright.
Galen, provide guidance.
I will guidance you.
Shit's fucking weird, yo.
Okay, well, make an investigation check then.
And just like that, we know magic works.
It does, in fact, work.
Also, slight issue.
What's up?
I used the wrong mod. I used my Arcana, not my investigation.
What's your investigation?
My investigation is plus 11.
Okay, so this is a 31.
Yes.
Or 32. Alright, yeah, so you look around. First thing you notice, big glowing glyph of warding on the stone doors to the south. The other thing is those 4 statues I mentioned. The north one depicts a toga-clad titan with wild hair but a neatly trimmed beard. To the west, you see a male human paladin wielding a longsword and wearing ornate plate armor. The eastern statue depicts a beautiful human maiden. But as you look about, you do not see any secrets, compartments, niches, anything like that, aside from the ones already described.
What the hell are we doing?
So we have a lady, a knight, and a wizard.
Well, the northern statue is about twice as large as the other two.
Which one's the northern one?
Guardian
The
Stones.
toga-clad titan.
The Guardian Stone.
I would like to identify spell the glyph of warding.
Okay. You cast Identify on the glyph of warding, and it tells you that it is a glyph of warding.
Anything else?
The door also has Arcane Lock cast on it.
I'm gonna check all the door. Actually, no. Just
I could get us through that lock, but it's gonna draw attention.
But the glyph of warding is the main problem.
It's a main problem for someone who opens the door. I'm going to be standing back.
it's the main problem for people who think they're main characters.
Clearly, Twitch is the main character. Is Bella here or no?
No.
Bella's off 1v1ing the dragon and winning.
Probably. Although her surviving that necrotic blast does have me curious. Does she also have the like video game pet thing where if you get far enough away they teleport to you?
Hey, Swag. Do me a favor, check out the middle of the circle.
Let's see, you had
Can you do that for me, Swag?
you had her holding position.
Yeah, good.
You had her holding position for camp, so she's just gonna be sitting there until we get back to tell her to follow you again.
I said wait here on the camp, so she's just chilling there chewing on grass.
Wait, hold on. I cast Identify on the glyph of warding, and it tells me there's an arcane lock on the door.
Well, okay, you can't really identify the glyph of warding. You can cast Identify on the object it's attached to. It's a spell. It's intangible.
Gotcha.
So I treated it as if you were casting Identify on the doors.
Okay. And nothing came up as interesting with the circle in the middle of the floor?
It does not appear to be magical.
Correct. Let's go to the other doors.
What other doors?
Didn't you say there were doors by the paladin?
Nope.
The light? Fuck it, I knock on the door.
Your hand just passes through it when you would expect contact to be made.
I walk through the door.
You walk through the door.
LOL.
You guys are ghosts. I don't know why you were trying to.
I want to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Yeah, there was abjuration magic on the doors.
Are we magic?
No.
Does he see any magic on me besides, or does he see any magic on me at all? All
No.
the magic items I'm carrying.
No.
What are we wearing?
What you were wearing when you died.
Okay. So if I pull out the magic dagger,
Uh-huh.
it's not appearing magical to them?
Correct.
Okay. Well, so we're a telegraphed version of ourselves. We're not actually ourselves.
Would this be roughly in line with what I'd expect for like astral projection or something like that? Minus the silver cable that's supposed to be going along with that.
Well, that's the thing, is astral projection, with that silver thread, as well as the projection shelf, would both react to detect magic.
Yeah,
That's a fair
we're
point. So
we're
this is
straight up
something
dead.
else.
We're ghosts.
I don't have anything that can detect creature type, but we do have a paladin in the party, don't we?
We do.
Divine
Are we
sense.
divine sense? Are we undead?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
We're ghosts.
I'm gonna start jotting all of this down. Somebody should really make a handbook for this type of situation.
I'm sure it's a common occurrence.
Duo's gonna
The
stick his
undead-
head back
Reads
through the
like
door.
stereo instructions.
Guys,
Undead's
come
Guide
on.
to the Galaxy.
No, handbook for the recently deceased.
It's gotta read
Beetlejuice.
like stereo instructions.
Let's go through the door. Come on, guys.
Beetlejuice.
We go through the door following Duodecius.
Duodecius is not deterred by such things as death.
Okay.
We're not deterred, we're amused.
Turd.
I know.
So you walk through the doors. To your left, ahead of you, you can see a 20-foot wide carved stone passage heading ahead of you about 60 feet or so before it looks like it opens up into a larger room that you can't fully see from here. To your left, the carved wall gives way to masonry after about 20 feet. And inside there, you can see what appears to be 3 lionid creatures with folded leather wings and human visages, apparently taking a nap. And to your right, you can see an area that again goes from that carved natural stone to masonry, and inside of it you can see a soft glow of candlelight reflecting off the white marble walls. And you can see in the middle of the room, sitting cross-legged, an aging human man wearing wrinkled robes. He has wispy white hair and a flowing beard. His eyes are closed and seems to be mumbling to himself.
I float up to him. What is he saying?
Make a religion check.
Awesome.
It's some type of prayer. You kind of recognize kind of what it's talking about, but you don't quite understand the context of it. Yeah, but he's definitely praying to the gods.
I poke his forehead.
Your hand passes through him. There is no apparent effect.
Just interrupt the praying man.
I no clip keep walking through him over and over and over again.
Yeah, you step through him, step back, you do the hokey pokey all the way around him. He does not react to you doing so.
Well, I think we definitely have no actual presence on the material plane, or maybe coterminal, possibly. Does that sound right under with Duodecius' knowledge of the arcane?
Sure.
I was too happy of a sure.
I'd like to investigate the room.
Sure. Make an investigation check as you look about the room with the man in it.
Oh, first, Galen, lend me your aid.
I do
Alright.
So how much time have we spent kind of just slowly wandering around these 2 rooms? Like, started out, investigating. That's one heck of a roll.
You confuse the
2d20?
dice bot. Do it again.
2d20.
There we go.
So you look about this room. And from what you can tell, there is a kind of a wafting of magic coming off from the right, the wall of the room that you started in. But other than that, the room appears to be plain aside from the small cushion that the man is sitting on.
Well, nothing to see here, I think.
Can detect magic tell me anything about the wafting of magic?
Abjuration.
Alright. nothing else in here. Kind of want to go check out what's behind the other walls. Which one was this? This was the door with the glyph of warding.
This was the you guys bypassed the door with the glyph of warning, and then there were 3 paths forward through a 20-foot wide natural carved stone cavern. Off to the left was a few lionids, and off to the right was the mumbling man. You went to the right.
I'm not proficient in genre savviness.
Sleuth, fuck it, we ball.
Deed. We ball.
We ball?
So, now can I ask, how much time has approximately passed since we awoke here together?
Probably,
Considering
yeah, but they're basically rather simple. The rooms are rather plain. Probably only 20 minutes or so.
Okay, let me know when we get to about an hour.
Okay.
Sleuth, let's do it. Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. Do it.
What we doing?
I don't know. I thought you had a plan.
All right, we go right through the doors with the lionids. Fuck it, we ball. We don't stop for nothing.
Oh, right.
All right,
we don't
you
have a plan.
cross back out of the room with the man and into the intersection, and then across the intersection to the room with the lionids. Now, as you can see, there are 3 proud lionid creatures with folded leathery wings and human visages currently taking a nap on the floor.
These, like, sphinxes?
Similar.
They're like a sphinx, except instead of asking you riddles, they're in charge of Russia. He's been calling them leonid creatures. Okay, that one might have been a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, not as good as some of your others.
A noble effort.
Wait. I might be genre savvy enough for this. Did we get isekai'd? Is any of this, is any of this, like, pointing towards us still being on the same plane of existence? Are we still on the same planet?
Well, we
Unclear.
died, so we're probably not in the material plane.
I don't think we've been isekai. We weren't killed by an animated wagon, and we surrounded by maidens. We are in fact maidenless.
Yeah, if we're gonna
No,
get more
no,
isekai,
Gilbert. There is the maiden in the other room. That's probably where the maidens are.
I can play the role of maiden.
Say, if Lista has tits,
Well, everyone has tits. Some people have
No maidens.
I'm still sad they got rid of the dialogue from Vare that was in the original demo where he tells you to die in a ditch. It's the first thing that any NPC in the game said to you, and they got rid of that.
No maidens die in a ditch.
That would have been funny, though.
It was funny. It used to be in the game. Didn't make it into the final cut.
It was too based. They cut it out.
Hmm.
So the guys not reacting to us, the what were they, Leonid things aren't reacting to us.
Correct.
That was the third wave, but that probably also has nothing that's going to react to us. I think we're more likely on the ethereal plane than the material.
Agreed.
Hot dog.
Oh, continue.
I was going to say, I think we should just go back to the first room and pick one of the other doors
Mm.
or statues.
There's, I think, the only one.
Uh,
There's only one door, right, Under?
Correct.
I think we should just keep pressing on.
All right.
Under, we press on.
Okay. And so you pass to the remaining third path, 20-foot wide natural stone cavern. Goes about 60 feet, opening up into an enormous chamber. Several tunnels lead to and from this central cavern. The walls are irregular and spotted with lichen. The ceiling soars to a height 40 feet above your heads. The air, even you, can smell of sulfur. A 20-foot diameter pool of crystal clear water is positioned roughly in the center of the chamber. And on the opposite side, curled in front of a pair of partially open stone doors, is a dragon with magnificent scarlet scales. The beast sits in a feline position, with its front talons tucked under its chin. Its swept back horns are worn with age, and a spinal frill travels down its back while disappearing under its folded wings. A coil of smoke rises from his nostrils upon your arrival, and with a guttural sound, he opens his mouth and speaks.
He's loafing.
So, you are more people brought to this jail, trapped with me for all eternity. Tell me, it has been such a long time. Who are you?
Duodecius Septimus.
How far away is the dragon?
He is about 10, 20, 30, about 50 feet away.
Twidget keeps walking towards him, like more curious than anything.
Mm-hmm. You can see his eyes tracking Twidget as he moves closer.
He's
And
loafing
then
like
Twidget begins doing the 12-year-old questionnaire thing. Well, you've been here a long time? How long have you been here? Just that, nonstop.
He decides to ignore the child.
like
He just he looks at Twidget and dismisses him just by looking back at Duodecius. And your other companions are mute.
Squash would introduce himself as Squash, son of Goulash.
Dr. Galen Lord. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to be there.
Eric Bellister.
a Flista, just a Flista. I got very lost and ended up, here after getting lost a few more times.
He begins chuckling. Lost, you say?
I'm very good at getting lost.
I suppose we are all lost here. I know of none of you. Your names ring no bells. They sound no armies, no trumpets. You are, forever, I believe, lost to the annals of history, a minor footnote at best, one oft ignored. But as for me, I am Argon the Conflagrator. And this, as he spreads his claws out a bit, is my prison. Trapped here by the very gods that I once worshipped.
Under?
Mhm.
Do I know this name?
Make a religion check. Yeah. Yeah, he was one of the primordial titans that the gods swept aside to bring the small folk into prominence.
It's funny, we were just talking about this.
Ha. Ha.
Well, this prison is very, it's a room.
It's much more than a room. It is... Well, I suppose from your perspective it would be a dungeon, a maze, a labyrinth, a trap. You died back in the material realm, on or near the physical manifestation of this place, and thus have found yourself bound here.
Oh, neat.
That physical manifestation wouldn't happen to look like a dragon, wouldn't it?
That dragon is a mockery, a bad copy of my majesty.
So what'd you do to get landed here?
The gods bid me step aside, and I do not step aside for anyone or anything. And so we fought. An epic battle it was. Continents laid to waste. Countless souls sent to the abyss. In the end, I lost. They could not kill me. They could not destroy me. So instead they bound me. Here for all time. Supposedly. I am not without my own arcane abilities, and I have been wheedling a hole, something to poke myself through. It only needed the right catalyst, the right fools, led to the right spot, and I could erupt from this place.
Yeah, we're good at that.
I know.
Widget's still going, by the way.
Yeah, and he's continuing. He's just completely ignoring the
Walking by
child.
in front of him.
In the undead community chat, we've all just lowered Twitch's volume.
Server muted Twidget.
You find yourselves discorporated. Your souls bound here to power the very chains that bind both of us in this place. But I know the way out.
This is starting to sound super sketchy. I'm in.
I see no alternative.
Wait, hold on here. You're saying that a being of incredible primordial power and arcane knowledge has been willing a hole to get us out of a magical prison, and I'm going to guess you want us to assist you with the last step.
No.
So that you can get it. Oh, okay.
I need no assistance. I will eventually be freed. And for an immortal such as myself, what is a few more centuries? No, I don't need your help. But you are dead, through, undoubtedly, no true fault of yourselves. Lured as you were into a trap, and then mercilessly killed and ensconced here by the very gods that I know you to worship.
don't really. God, they're kind of distant to assholes, so whatever.
Would you like a chance at revenge?
Gotta say, it's sounding more and more attractive.
I never did particularly consider myself the vengeful type, but it might be time to broaden my horizons a bit.
Well then,
By what mechanism?
the gods have ensconced themselves away from the world. They think themselves above it, beyond it. And yes, together they have the power to do things such as imprison even the likes of me. But we need not take them all on, not simultaneously. There are certain magically active points in the physical world. And if you were to take the right arcane resonators to the right spots, you could crack a way in to the gods' realms and take the fight to them.
Why would you offer us the chance of revenge?
Because I expect you to fail. But you may weaken them, you may distract them, and in that moment I might be able to strike myself a better blow. I offer you a chance, however thin it may be, at getting your own revenge. But it costs me nothing. And it might hurt my enemies, so why not?
I fail to see how we benefit.
Benefit?
We get to perish fighting deities that we're somehow intended to distract so that you can get a better shot in, when you are clearly the far more eye-catching of the two parties here.
Gilbert, pause. How did we get here? A trap set by the gods.
I know.
I offer you nothing more than the chance of your own revenge. As I said, I have wheedled a small hole, too small for me, but large enough for you. So you could leave, take the resonators, and strike back. Or not. The mere fact that you escaped the trap will be enough for me. They will not be happy with it. They will seek to rectify it, and be distracted simply by your mere existence. I am simply offering you the tools to do more than merely exist, to be a rabbit running from the hounds, but to take the fight to them at their own doorstep. A small chance, perhaps, but it is the only one you're going to get.
And under what was this guy called again?
Argon the Conflagrator.
Could you type that up for me? Based on that pretty good roll I did this day, not a swell dude, right?
Well, according to all of the religious texts that also praise the gods, yes, he was in fact a primordial force of evil and sought to destroy the material realms before the gods shoved him aside, locked him away, and thus paved the way for the small folk to come, shoving aside the titans and leaving room for you.
May I see one of these resonators?
They are ensconced in the pool in front of me and in front of you. They appear as crystal orbs. Take them. Examine them as you wish. I can always make more.
Duodecius will do so.
Okay. So you walk forward, and in this 20-foot diameter pool is crystal clear water. And at the bottom, you can see what appears to be about a dozen round crystal spheres that look to be made of glass, about 3 inches in diameter.
Mm-hmm. If I can, I'd like to get some assistance from Aflista and Galen. Gonna, give these the detect magic, the identify. We're undead. We got time. Gonna give it the full wizard work through.
Yeah, sure. I'll help.
Okay. So, detect magic shows them as being magical and more magical, and the longer you look at them with detect magic, the brighter they seem to glow. Restarting detect magic restarts the sequence, where it begins ramping up until it's brighter and brighter, and you can't see anything else. Identify tells you that it is an arcane resonator, which amplifies the magical flow in the local area. That is all it tells you.
Duo will look up to Argon. How do you use it?
There are certain critical spots in the material realm where these resonators, combined with that location in the flow, will destabilize it and cause a breach. You need merely take a resonator to the correct spot and leave it there. When all 12 have been placed, you need merely wait.
Why can this not be used on the breach to get out of here?
The design of this jail is such that it can't work here. They thought of that, unfortunately. This is essentially a separate realm magically from the ones you come from. The flow here is a flow, but it is not the same flow. It is a different source, a different exit.
An isolated bubble.
Precisely.
Unless the party wants to interject, Duodecius is basically going to spend as much time as possible learning what he can from Argon about how the flow here works. The fundamental arcane esoterica at work here.
No, that
Okay.
sounds important.
All right. So you spend time here. An hour, a day, 2. The end of the second day, while going into some of the details, Argon does point out that your bodies still exist in the material realm. And if you want to get back to them in a usable condition, your time here is not as unlimited as you might think.
Have I learned much?
Yes. Yeah, you know all about these arcane resonators, including how to construct one, if you so chose.
Well, what about the breach itself? What we're supposed to get out through? I'd like to learn about that as well.
hole in the magic wall that's the prison that he's in. He's been basically taking his spoon and going jabby jab for a couple millennia.
Yeah, I get that, but I want to understand exactly what's at play.
The breach doesn't breach into his bubble. It breaches out of the material realm and into the gods' realm. The one that they shut themselves off in with the Celestial Compact.
So he's been digging a tunnel into his jail from the outside? How the hell did he manage that?
Yeah,
No. There's 3 realms at play here. There's the material plane that you are familiar with. This is more like a secured demi-plane underneath it. What you're in right now with Argon. The resonators don't interact with this. They instead are to be placed in the material realm to create a breach into the gods' realm.
Oh.
Oh, he's trying to go from prison to the gods.
No.
He's trying to open a portal to the realm of the gods from the material plane.
Yes.
Yeah, he's giving you guys the means to do that.
Basically, the gods played the whole "I'm going to my room now," and
No, it's-
he's putting a breaching charge on the door with the resonators. The prison
Yeah.
does not come into play at all for that. He just had, like I said, had a spoon
Right,
and was
I-
picking at
I-
the wall,
right,
and that's
I
how
wanna
we're
know
getting out of
how-
the prison.
Yeah, I want to understand how that hole we used to get out of the prison functions. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Spoon, hole.
Ruffles. I want to hear it from under.
Well, you take this magic... No. No. There is a set of stairs behind him that ascend. And at the top of the stairs
There's a poster of a sexy lady.
is a pair of golden doors with an iron door jamb. And that, he said, all you have to do to leave is to walk through those doors.
Oh,
Wait, but how come we can, but you can't?
the doors were too small for him?
Because this is my prison. You are merely a byproduct.
Oh, so he's in jail and we're just visiting.
Sort of. More like you were sucked up and your souls are now fuel to keep powering his jail.
Oh, that's kind of fucked up, actually.
Yes. That was rather his point of offering you revenge against the people who stuck you basically as batteries into his jail. Because he basically managed to break the locks that let you just walk out if you want to. And he's offering you the tools to take with you to take the fight to the people who stuck you here.
Those being the masked gods.
Yes.
And he's given us the tools to break through the barrier that makes them masked to us.
Correct.
Huh. Would I know the masked gods as the type to, imprison random mortals forever? Just to prevent this guy from breaking out of his eternal prison?
No, they wouldn't bother imprisoning you. They would render you as non-existent.
Okay, but that's not what happened here, though.
Correct.
And the gods did this.
Yes.
We're
So,
also relying on a guy named Argon the Conflagrator to be a honest source.
that's what I'm trying to get at. Does his version of things make sense based on what I know about the gods? Does this seem like the kind of thing they would do?
It paints an unflattering version of it, but if you imagine you're in the creation myth, you had the Titans, the giants, and the dragons for most of the time, and they were swept aside by the gods to make room for the little folk. If the sweeping aside wasn't exactly consensual, especially the evil gods would certainly have no qualms about torturing an individual for millennia.
Okay, so, yeah, possibly in character. There might be more to this than he's letting on, and this guy is almost certainly evil. I'm not saying that out loud, but...
Mm-hmm.
Another way to think about it is the creation myth your characters all grew up with was as told by the church to the masked gods. You have one side of the story. He's giving you another. The truth might be something entirely different to both accounts.
Argon,
History is written by the winners.
Argon, why did you refuse to step aside?
Why do you not commit suicide?
He's a dragon. You can't ask him that.
To step aside would be to cease to exist. It would be an ultimate surrender. It would be death. And I will not die. I refuse.
Is this your body I'm looking at, or your soul?
Yes.
Is there a difference between...
My
The
body
relation.
is my will's manifestation around my soul. It is eternal, and it is impregnable. The gods could not destroy it, they could merely imprison me.
I don't
Is
think
that
he's.
unique to you?
I think he's in quite the same situation as us. I think he's like actually here physically, like bodily.
Correct. My soul is my body. The physical manifestation of it merely a flexure of my will to make it thus. By imprisoning my soul here, they did imprison my body. The small folk, you mortals, are different. Your souls are not your bodies. They have been severed from them. Thus, you can easily return.
Well, there you go.
So what? Stepping aside would mean actual, annihilation for you on the most esoteric level possible?
Yes.
Committing suicide.
Your comparison to suicide doesn't work, though. If I die, I go to hell or high water.
Well, I think what he's getting at is that he's not like us. In order for him to step aside, quote unquote, and give up his divinity, he would necessarily have to stop existing. Like, he mentioned that our souls are separate and his isn't. I think what he means by that is that if he were to relinquish his divinity, it would literally destroy him.
So it's been 2 days. Twitch is still asking random questions.
By this point, it's gotten into the metaphysical.
Turns out 12-year-old with ADHD not having to sleep is not a good thing.
Do you have to go number one? And do you have to go number two? And how do you go number one and number two?
Exactly.
Also, do I have to go number one and number two? And also, where do I go number one and number two?
Can the gods hear us in here?
That I don't know.
Buddy, the gods can't even hear you on the material plane.
If
Yeah,
they
but
could hear us, I suppose a different question might be, are they listening?
Yeah, but this place isn't mutually exclusive to the material plane. It's just mutually adjacent.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Unfortunately, I cannot tell from within it whether those without can perceive what happens here.
But as time passes in the material plane, it passes here as well. Hence the adjacency.
Time is the great unifier. Mess with it at your own peril.
Nah, we would never do that. Right, Gilbert?
You know, the Septimi aren't really certain what happened to Arcturus.
Oh,
Just
no,
some
don't
very-
get into that.
Just some very weirdly dated letters. I'd like to check out the exit.
Feel free. The longer you stay here, the more your souls are devoured and powering my own jail.
Yeah, we better get out of here.
Do you guys take the resonators?
I would think so.
I mean, let's leave them there for now. Let's not go immediately. I'd rather check out the exit than
Okay.
come back and take the resonators if needed.
Yeah. Yeah, so behind him, a pair of slightly open stone doors, a small plain chamber with a set of spiraling stairs heading up.
Run detect magic and head up there until I find the doors.
Okay. Yeah, you run detect magic, detecting no magic as you head up, bend up. 160 feet. And there you find, positively glowing with magic, a pair of golden doors. Sigils embossed on it. The left door, the iconography of the good gods. The right door, the evil gods. All of it banded in iron. With a large lock in the middle, which looks to have been corroded and picked at as if with pickaxes, like damaging thick metal with it.
Or a spoon, maybe.
You don't see any. Yeah, or a spoon, a particularly sharp spoon. Like these are like divots, like somebody carved with like the tip of something.
Like a dragon's claw, maybe.
You don't see how he could physically fit up here. He was a rather larger than large fellow, but yeah.
Well, he said himself that his physical manifestation is just what his soul wills, so...
Oh, you picked up on that, huh?
Yeah. He could shrink down to our size, but the, prison containing him is still designed to contain the entirety of the power of his soul. So, he might be able to get all the way up here, but he can't,
But yeah,
through the door.
the lock appears to have been rendered non-functional.
I mean, I won't stop being a ghost, so.
If we want to leave, that's fine. I don't think we should take the resonators.
We could always take them and then not use
Not
them.
do anything with him.
It feels a lot like lighting a stick of dynamite and hoping it doesn't explode.
Okay, but hear me out here.
Well, you see, if you arrange the spheres in a certain order, they spell Chekhov.
That's kind of my point.
I mean, I don't like.
Well, we know how to build them, right?
Yes,
I know how
he
to
taught
build
Duodecius how to build them.
What is it with your
Then-
Septmine, forbidden knowledge? One of you figures out time travel, and now you're figuring out how to fucking build the foundations of the Tower of Babel.
I mean, we're setting up a war anyway. I mean, we're already beating all the players.
Oh yeah, we're 5th level? Yeah, fuck it, let's go kill God.
Hey, that may be in-game material.
Well, lost knowledge is interesting. It's
Yeah.
also not inherently good or evil. It's really what you're going to do with it that matters.
Yeah, like blowing up a whole.
Totally, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
blowing up a whole
you
civilization.
shouldn't use it to commit the ultimate heresy. I feel like our roles are reversed here, Gilbert.
So much so, you commit so much heresy with ancient knowledge that the church had to destroy you.
What can I say, Peter? Under and I have been reading 1,000 Suns.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
All right, hold
I
on.
think we should not take the resonators.
Hear
There
me
you go.
out. Kill the gods. Kill the titans. We unite all of mankind, all humanoids under one banner, and we create an empire. Then we take it off the planet. And we rule the galaxy.
Well, in terms of immediate consequences for taking versus not taking the resonators, I feel like if we take them and don't use them, and he finds out about that, he's going to be pissed. Whereas if we just leave without taking them, he's also going to be pissed. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. However, if we take them and give them to the church, it could win us some major brownie points.
And there's also another option. We obviously don't 100% trust this guy.
But there's also that.
And he taught Duodecius how to construct them. So we don't take the ones he's created simply by the fact that we don't trust him. But we say that once we get back to the material plane, we can just make our own.
And that way, if we make our own, we'll know how they work, hopefully.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
And then we're not taking the unknown, we're just taking the information he taught Duodecius.
Yeah, and if he gave us that information in good faith, then maybe it really is useful for something.
Yeah, I mean, if they function as he describes, they need to be taken to a certain location for them to actually function as the, breaching charge for the God's Knock Knock door. Then creating them on the material plane will still have the same effect. If they function as you reach the material plane, do not pass go, do not, collect $200, then they just blow up. That's kind of on us for just taking his word for it. That's my thought process. Is like, okay, we like what you're saying, we agree with you, but we're not going to take the things that you've given us at face value.
I have to ask this because I have to ask this, but Under.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to, preferably with the assistance of Afflista and Galen, give this door the arcane go-over and try to see how it might be jammed shut.
Okay. So, from what you can tell, oh wait, yes, you need to make a roll. Yeah, I guess make a Arcana check then.
Afflista, Galen, may I get assistance?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give you guidance.
So, as far as you can tell, this is a physical representation of a metaphysical gate, which has been artificially stabilized. The means by which that was done is unknown to you.
Is this the long pause if you're getting something? Or
No,
the long...
that's
okay.
it. That's what you discover with a 19.
Okay, gotcha.
It is a gate. It takes you somewhere. But it looks like that it was artificially stabilized. It was not meant to be open. How that was done is unclear to you.
Can we die like this?
Also unclear. Or are you asking Argon?
Ask Argon.
In a manner of speaking, those forms of yours are your own representation of yourselves by your own souls. Limited ability to interact with the physical realm, you'll likely notice that the other Desians here take no notice of you. Eventually, you will be subsumed by this place, your essence drawn into it to power and strengthen it, to further bind and keep me here. Ultimately, those will be a futile effort. I will escape. You'll simply lengthen the time I must stay here by a minuscule amount. So in the end, when you cease to exist, when the final bits of your essence have been expended, you will, I suppose, have a death. A final, unredeemable death.
I'd like to take one of those, what were like resonators? I'd like to take one of the resonators near the door, but not put it through the door.
Okay. Yeah, you grab one, you take it up there. There's no change in it, or in the gate. It appears to not resonate with this place and that function.
But I understand how to build the resonator.
Yes, you know how to build the resonator.
Am I able to apply that arcane knowledge to understand how the gate functions?
No, they're completely different.
Okay.
The gate is essentially a modified gate spell somebody made here that lets your souls escape back to the material plane, back to your bodies. The resonator is essentially a component being used more like a controlled demolition of a certain metaphysical wall that separates the shielded lands from the God's realm.
And I just got the name. That's very nice.
I suppose I should. It might give you some. Let me just PM this to you, Gilbert. There we go. That should explain a little bit about how to make a resonator.
Take one soul of child, shake vigorously.
No. It doesn't require any souls. There's no sacrifice, blood, anything like that.
Oh, that's boring.
That's suspicious.
Argon, he wants you to do this, so he made it as easy as he could.
That's not why it's suspicious.
It's a magical tuning fork that doesn't shut off.
No,
What's confusing?
the skull plane and the 9th level spell slot. In such close proximity, two unusual extraplanar entities have both given me something with a 9th level spell slot.
Okay.
That's suspicious. In the extreme.
So what you're saying is the Skull Guy might be in league with Argon? Shock, I say. Shocked, I tell you.
Yeah, two different forms of Hades teaming up together to deal with the gods. No, that doesn't make any sense.
If you guys want to step out.
I'm not leaving you here if that's what you're about to tell me to do.
Preserve the body. There's something I need to consider testing while in this location.
Okay. What do we need to leave for you to test it?
Well, from a practical standpoint, because I don't know how long it takes, and I'd rather have a body to return to.
Okay. Crazy thought.
I can actually delay that for a while.
That's my point.
Yeah, but we've been gone for at least 2 days in here.
Maybe. Yeah, 2 days.
We don't know the
here.
time scale. It could be 5 minutes outside or 5 months.
That's my point. Leave as soon as possible. Preserve the bodies. It buys me time in here for trying to pick up a little bit more arcane bullshit. Making sense?
Not really, no. I figured the dragon already taught you everything you needed to know. We spent 2 days here.
The dragon taught me everything he wanted me to know. Actually, let's see here. You know what? Argon, do you recognize this entity? And Duodecius is going to create a minor illusion of the skull creature from the plane of skulls.
No, I do not know that creature. Sure, make an insight check if you want. He said it with the same casualness he's been talking to you this entire time with.
Alright, let's head back to the door.
What about the squid dudes? Maybe he knows them.
Oh yeah, you know the squid dudes?
I am aware of them. I can't say I ever deigned to speak with them. Tools they were, useful, yes, but ultimately limited, short-sighted, and doomed to failure.
Hmm.
Oh, we didn't know anything about them, so yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. Well,
They sought to conquer the world. They were barely going to be able to conquer this island.
Alrighty. Anyone else have any questions for him?
No.
Alright, let's head over to the door. So, do we want to go through?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, practically speaking, I don't have issues staying.
Yeah, we know that. We have issue with you wanting to stay.
Reason?
Split the party. What do you never do with that?
You don't split the party?
There you go.
What I mean by stay is stay permanently if necessary.
Oh,
Yes.
That's.
And you're part of the party. You're not dead. Well, technically. So yeah, no.
You did understand me when he explained to you that you would fade into non-being, right?
Yes. In order to imprison an ancient primordial
More
superdragon.
practically, your soul would cease to exist. You could not be resurrected then.
Yes. In
Okay.
order to contain an immortal primordial superdragon.
Okay, but he also made it clear that that would be like a waste.
Because no matter how many souls you throw at it, he's immortal and timeless.
Uh-huh.
The passage of time is nothing to him. You would be a drop in the bucket and wasting your soul.
Uh-huh.
You're fucking retarded. Come through the door.
I feel like you're just giving facetious answers to these questions because you have an actual reason you want to stay here and you're not telling us what it is.
No, I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead serious.
Okay, well that's a stupid reason. Come through the portal.
Yeah. Your reason is invalid. The entire party votes no. You're coming with us. Like, now that you've explained your purpose to stay was to intentionally add more battery to the, the cell, is dumb. The dragon clearly explained that time doesn't really matter to him. You can throw 1,000 souls at this place, and
Well,
he'll
originally
still
my
eventually
plan was
dig
to
his
find a way
out.
to jam the door shut.
I don't
Or
think you would have
improve
let
the
me do
door
that.
itself.
A door created by gods that an immortal being is slowly working his way through. You, Duodecius, would find a way to prevent that from opening.
I would just like to not be dead.
Yes. Noble, valiant, appreciated. You're coming through the door. Sorry.
Yeah, I just want to not be dead. Galen has had enough. He just wants to go home.
Duodecius, if you stay, Twidget will choose to stay. The young 12-year-old gnome with his whole life ahead of him.
Oh, now you're trying to fucking guilt trip me.
Fuck yeah, I am.
I'm trying to guilt trip you into not throwing your life away for nothing.
Yes.
Fucking Underdark guilt trips me with that damn gnome with the falling city, too. It's always the gnome kids, god damn it.
So I say we don't take the resonators. We make our own. Thank him for his time. Offer him some sweets.
And then say, "Our good day."
Yeah, and then.
So,
and then
so
take
you
care of
offer
it.
him some sweets, Twidget.
Yes.
Okay. He holds out a claw.
It'd be a honey cake, probably, is all I have left.
Yeah. When you deposit this ghostly form of a honey cake, it disappears. And you feel slightly lesser for it. And
Oh.
he smiles at you and says, I understand, little one, what you intended, and I am thankful for giving unto me some of your very essence. You I shall gift with some measure of my own power. When you return to the material realm, you will find that you have some additional abilities.
We just kind of just okay, and then goes back into the questions.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a passing thought of a passing thought to Twidget when he says all that.
Of course it is.
So are we bidding our fair dues?
Yes, we are all leaving.
Odysseus is going first.
Yep.
Actually, the notion of what that dragon just did now has me looking hungrily at that dragon.
He's not going to do that for you. You know he's not.
Oh no, I know.
Because you would be doing it for selfish reasons be like, yeah, anyway, so you just gave the dragon some essence for nothing.
Oh
Biatch.
no, I don't mean giving the dragon any of my essence. I mean eat the dragon.
There is another guy in
Although
another
the evil
universe.
overlord list says I
Doesn't
should never
exist.
consume an energy ball larger than my head.
What was that, Pete?
I said there is another guy in another universe who is getting the rumblies
That only dragons can satisfy?
that only dragon souls can satisfy.
And there's this amazing vocal orchestra of music.
I feel like Underdark is fucking with me on a meta level right now.
I am.
Probably because you buy into everything and bite on everything. So, through the door, we bid our dues, say we'll make our own resonators. Odysseus goes first. Come on, guys.
Yep, that's what we do.
Okay.
Starting with Odysseus.
And our gun bids you good luck. As you force Duodecius through the gate, and then follow yourselves.
Duodecius is grumbling the entire time.
As you wake up on the ground with a gasp, thin layers of ash covering you, and your stomach is paining you as if you had not eaten in a couple of days.
I produce a ration and eat immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fidget eats a ration.
As you guys realize you're standing in your old camp. Bella sitting there chewing on some of the grass still.
I think in honor of her incredible loyalty and steadfastness, we ought to rename her Lydia.
Bound to carry your burdens,
Yep. Come back from Sovngarde, and she's just right there.
Yep.
Official update. Cow's name is now Lydia.
Okay. Oh, and Twidget,
Oh, yeah.
you now have the feat Gift of the Chromatic Dragon.
Oh, neat.
Like the feet?
Yes. He has the feat Gift of the Chromatic Dragon now.
He has the feet of the Chromatic Dragon.
Yeah, they're really cool. The dragon feet.
Do I wear them like shoes?
Well, you stomp around in them like boots and crush whole cities beneath your gargantuan feet. But yeah, as you guys sit there, eating your rations desperately, sipping on your water, you realize that your bodies, while a bit gaunt for not having a bit ratty feeling, you are in otherwise decent health. Oh, and Twidget,
Neat.
your con's back.
Huh.
Yeah, he decided
So
to fix
you
that
have
too.
You really
That's
have to
not a-
die.
No, that was... I think you've already died once in the middle of that, and even that wasn't enough. He had to do
Correct.
it.
Yeah. Did he fix the age issue, or am I still 7?
You're still 7.
Yay!
He finds that funny.
He didn't care about that one.
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna give this 7-year-old some bullshit magic.
Sure.
Mhm.
I mean, that guy is basically Satan. Like, mythologically, he's basically Satan. So yeah, sure. What the hell? I'll give a 7 or 12-year-old whatever the power of a dragon god. Why not?
Can we please just leave this?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
We gotta get off this fucking continent. I'm sick of this place.
I mean,
I am growing
Galen
tired
is
of the
done.
bullshit.
He is
It's-
done.
Every corner we turn, we step in more bullshit.
It's called the Isle of Dread. It makes you dread the Isle.
It's like one syllable off from Eye of Dread.
All right. But yeah, you get in your boat and spend the rest of the day slowly trundling down the river through the marshy delta and out into the cove where you meet up with your ship, which has been basically sitting there at anchor, everybody quietly freaking out about, the giant ash explosion and the ash kind of covering the whole sky.
Before we waste a whole bunch of time deciding where to go next, we gotta get the hell out of Dodge. Because this, whatever is gonna happen in the wake of this whole disaster, we don't want to be around for. Especially if that dragon comes back.
This is the party when we get back to the boat.
Heading back to town.
Which town? Where do you tell them to go?
That's what I was saying before. We don't tell him to go anywhere. We're just getting away from here. First
Okay.
and foremost.
Yeah, so he just sets sail for due west, like as away from this island as quickly as he can.
Yep.
Probably southwest, so we don't have to worry about the magic storm shit.
Oh yeah, good point.
Which
Well,
is
he goes
5
west.
years younger.
He goes west for like half a day and then turns like southwest.
Okay, why not just hit up Rovum?
Because we've already been there.
Yeah, but there's ports there.
But yeah, you spend a couple of days at sea, getting away from the island. You can see sunshine again, and behind you, you can see what must be a several 100-mile, cloud of ash and smoke. Sorry, not several thousand. Like 2,000-mile diameter cloud of ash and smoke.
So I'm assuming the Isle of Dread got its name from the fact that the, weird prison shadowy doppelganger thing that was created to imprison Argon was underneath it the whole time, and we somehow accidentally released it while we were down there?
Well, I think it might have had actually something to do with Twitch's wish.
Oh.
Because it wasn't technically after we got out of the dungeon that wish happened all in the same timescale.
Well, maybe. It could have been something we did down there, or it could have been the wish. Either
Yeah.
one.
I'm leaning away from taking the telekinesis ring and the +2, short sword being the catalyst.
Yeah, that's true. The wish, it could also be that.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things for a +1.
Yeah, all of this godlike power tied up in this tiny little +1 sword.
I mean, they're doing a lot for a sword, so it's got to be something major.
Yeah, that does seem a bit much for a +1 sword.
And
Yeah.
for whatever that wish was, wherever you got that cow from, or however you worded that
Well,
wish.
the thing
problem.
that made me think the wish had something to do with was the fact that the cow was unaffected by the guardian.
Yeah, it being the sword is like if you stole a keychain from a gas station and that somehow helped El Chapo get out of prison.
And with that said, I think that's where we'll leave it this evening.
All right.
So much